at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, then your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
What? Now let me see you what? Drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow then. Now lean.
Gravy make a splash like Pippin. Shit, that's
that's nothing. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
Hey man, just wanna let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up.
I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up. I remember when I lost my mind.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, coming to you from my studio with a green screen backdrop. I'm not going to lie to you where I'm at. I'm not. Took this picture out in California. Got a nice little buzz here. It's Wednesday night, isn't it right? Yeah, Wednesday night. We completed that deck today. Yay, all done. And that work, some other people saw it, and now they're wanting us to come and do their porch and put a roof on their shed and all kinds of cool stuff. So hopefully the work will be picking up here real soon. Real soon. I see who y'all got out here tonight. Look at here. We got Glenn, got Auto Pain, got Akinator. What's up, buddy? Lisa Marie Tattersall. Had some of your corn salsa today with I took some grilled chicken and it was kind of crispified, and then I put some of that sauce on it. I just ate it like that, man. It was just delicious. Anyway, there's Andrew, the biscuit man himself. We got Logical Observations here tonight. We got Tommy Rogers, Eldon Beans here as well. Richard, 2016 ended. Yeah, well, thank God for that, man. That was like 10 years ago. Come on. And we got KK Westbury with us. Deborah's with us. Deborah Goodfinds is here. Got her. We got who else? Tommy Rogers. Don's here tonight. Let's see who else. 101 Mad Max. Special K is here. Good to see you. Some new names that I've not seen before, and a lot of the old ones that always come here. Lord Racer is here with us tonight as well. He says he's here to kick ass and chew biscuits, son, and I'm all out of biscuits. That's right, from our favorite movie, They Live. Yeah, what was that? I'm here to come kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. He ad-libbed that line for that part of that movie, too. That was funny as hell. Let's see. Flat Earth Stationary People says 101 Mad Mac. Give me tongue twisters already. I just started out here. Heron Song's here with us now. Greenie Phage, Enki's Redneck, Lowry over there on the old Ocracoke Island. LJ's here. LJ's here with us tonight too. He gave us a link. We'll check that out here in a few minutes. We're just freestyling this shit tonight. I've been having fun since I got off work, arguing with freaking globetards. They're so funny. The guy says, well, I'm talking to you right now through a satellite. I says, yeah. Do you think that's in space? He says, well, of course it's in space. And I says, prove that your signal's coming from space. Well, look, at my antenna's pointed up at the sky. I said, I don't give a shit which way your antenna's pointed, man. I used to have one that was pointed up at the sky too, and it broadcast sideways when I was in the Army. It's called a doublet antenna. I don't know what you want in here, buddy. Prove that your signal's actually coming from space. And I want y'all to just think about the freaking logic behind something like that, okay? Let's take satellite TV, for instance, okay? So what's going to be more cost efficient? To send some kind of a little magic garbage can up into outer space at an exorbitant cost, only to have to broadcast the signal from the Earth to the little magic garbage can, where it's going to beam it back down to a relay station upon relay stations everywhere going on? Or would it just be easier to broadcast it from here on Earth to a retrans tower here on Earth that everybody's picking up from retrans towers? Wouldn't that just be a little bit fucking easier and a lot cheaper for the company as well? Come on. No, it's a magic garbage can in space. It has to be because somebody said satellite. And it's like, you dumb fuck, satellite doesn't necessarily mean a magic garbage can in space. A satellite is a node of a central hub. That's all there is. Walmart stores are satellites of the corporation. Do you understand? I was a satellite station. It sometimes when I was in the Army, we would be part of a network, and there would be a net control station, and we would retrans that out to different stations via being satellites of that network, nodes of a common hub. It's not hard to understand. I don't know why these people want to think they're in a goddamn space thing. I don't know what that is. They continue to say the word. Yeah, they're all the time telling us it's a globe. All the time. They throw that shit in your face every time you turn around. A cable truck going down the road with a globe, either that or an eye on it. Right in your classroom from the beginning, all the time. Go to the movies, there's a globe. They got to keep throwing that shit in your mind. And the thing is, it's so funny is that they hit you with that nonsense before you had critical thinking ability. And you never did address the glaring, irreconcilable conditions regarding fluid dynamics that these people want to fucking glom onto. It's just, it blows me away. Just blows me away. Anyway, we're in a hell of a situation, I guess, if you're into this political shit. I've already said many, many times the United States government has become completely illegitimate. They just admitted it by passing the NDAA to merge the United States military with a foreign agent, a foreign military belonging to a country that our own intelligence community says is the biggest threat to national security of any other country. They have committed an act of treason. They are no longer legitimate. And if anybody is even considering listening to a fucking thing they say, you're crazy. Okay? That's just all there is to it. It's all done. It's over now. Why would they want to merge that military with our military? Something we've talked about a lot on this channel, that if there was something to go down, the people finally said, you know what? Fuck you. We're done. American troops and American cops would probably have a more difficult time turning their weapons on mom and dad. But an Israeli wouldn't. Not at all. Hell no, they shoot babies for sport. So you better know who you're getting in bed with. I know. And I'm going to resist it with every fiber of my being. Every bed. So what do y'all think about that? Oh, he's going to be on a list. I don't give a fuck. I want to be number one on that list. Yeah, Palestine was a laboratory. No shit. Time to ignore all requests from the government, including taxes, 100%. 100%. Motor vehicle code, the whole 9 yards, man. Do not renew your contract with that. You shouldn't have one in the first fucking place. Anyway, let me let Jess talk, and I'm going to go get me a glass of water. I'll be right back.
None of us hate this corrupt piece of shit government enough. Fauci fucking goes in front of Congress today, pleads the fifth. When you take a pardon per the fucking Supreme Court, that strips you of Fifth Amendment rights. And what do they sit there, Josh Hawley running his mouth? Oh, asking him what day of the week it is. Yeah, and he takes the fifth. Josh Hawley, you pussy ass bitch. Did you hold him in contempt? Did you tell the sergeant in arms to come down there and arrest him? No, you fucking sat there and ran your mouth like you always do, like the bitch you are. This entire fucking government is a fucking fraud. It does not represent the people. It has zero legitimacy. Donald Trump belongs in the same fucking tree. Trump's out there tweeting he's going to respect all of Biden's pardons. You know why? Because Trump is going to need a pardon before he already needs a pardon. War crimes are fucking real. pardons. Fuck your goddamn pardons. There is no pardon from the fucking mob of justice. Trump out there fucking tweeting what a great thing Operation Warp Speed Cancer was. Are you fucking kidding me? See, they've co-opted him into the entire fucking crime. That I don't need the government to tell me that it's fucking crimes against humanity for them to create a bioweapon and then another bioweapon jab that destroys your immune system. I have dead friends from that shit. I have injured friends. You probably have injured friends and family from that jab if they are even alive. Like the people that fucking stood up to that immediately. I knew what that shit was the fucking minute it fucking rolled out. I didn't need to be told. Every single fucking healthcare worker that put anybody on a ventilator needs to be fucking held to account. I had doctors telling me immediately, if people have low blood oxygen, a ventilator is not the cure. It will actually kill them. It overinflates their lungs, scars them, destroys them. That's why those people died on ventilators. The amount of crimes perpetrated by large, vast fucking swaths of our fucking society and the people that need to be stripped of fucking jobs because they fucking do as they're told. I was just following orders. The cops the other day that arrested that man for clapping at a city council member at a city council meeting. Shame on them. Shame on those cops. These cops that follow fucking unconstitutional orders and violate the fucking constitutional rights of American citizens. They belong in that fucking same tree. I'm so fucking pissed. I've so fucking had it with this shit. Burn it all the fuck down. I can't even say what I want to say. Good luck to you all. You best be preparing yourselves because that day fast approaches where we are going to have to fucking do something or stand up for yourself when the fucking corrupt government comes for you. Are we just going to wait for them to come for us, or do we want to come for them right now? That's where we are at here. Long live the Republic.
He's so not enthusiastic about that anymore, that long live the Republic thing. He this is what cracks me up about it, is that, you know, it is coming to that point. And if you look at all of the things that put together, merging of the Israelis with the United States military, sweeping gun control bills across the nation, everybody going on about all these damn gun laws that they're doing. And I'm like, why are you even asking anybody's fucking permission? What are you? How's that work out? You have a fucking gun and somebody says, you can't have that. Oh yeah, motherfucker, come get it from me. Really? Hey, can I have this so I can defend myself from you? No. Oh, okay, here then. What the fuck is wrong with you people, man? Come on. I mean, this is what I feel like I'm living in a fucking fever dream half the time. This is some crazy shit that's happening around this outfit. Wonder where my guys are at. I don't know where D-Man or any of the rest of them guys are at tonight. I haven't seen them yet. Maybe they'll pop in here after a bit. You might not have expected me to be on. I don't know. Just looking to see. Oh, did you guys see the guy that was he was a Secret Service agent, I believe. And he was sitting right behind Trump at the Lindsey Graham funeral that Trump was falling asleep at. But apparently Trump must have shit his pants, because this guy, I mean, the expression on his face, you got to watch this. This is so hilarious. The expression on his face is like, he's pissed off that he has to sit in that stench, and he's like rethinking, you know, should I just get up and fucking quit? This is funny as hell. Look at his face. Look at him. He's like, what the fuck is that? Oh my God. Oh. That's fucking hilarious, man. Oh my God. You know, we're not far, not too much longer before Trump tries to sexually assault his own neck. You know what I mean? Is this one the same one? Yeah, he probably heard something too. This is everywhere. This is all over fucking X. Yeah, okay, we saw that. Cool. All right. I have to get to something. Dunno. There we go. I didn't have my little window open yet. Deborah Clark sent a thing here too about the Khazars. I was going to put that up too. Deborah's good finds. I don't know what it is that she finds, but it's apparently good. Because otherwise she would have a different name than that, right? Come on, logic. Logic, people. All right, I forgot about that. And then we go like that. And we go like this. Ha ha.
One of the world's dirtiest secrets is that the exterminated Jews in Nazi Germany were not considered real Jews. They were considered Khazar Russians and Eastern Europeans whose ancestors converted to Judaism in 740 AD under their king, King Bulan. Their bloodline dates back to the Turkish tribes and to the powerful empire of Khazaria that once controlled all of Russia. Arthur Kessler, who wrote The 13th Tribe, claims that over 90% of today's Jews are racially non-Jewish and have no genetic relationship to the 12 tribes of Israel. Today's Jews, says Kessler, are more related to Attila the Hun than King Solomon of Israel. 2,000 years ago, when the Roman conquerors evicted the 12 tribes from Israel, the largest tribes, called Dan and Naphtali, settled in Denmark and Norway. Their Viking king, called King Canute.
See, that's the thing is and boy, you try to pin it down, hey man, is that a religion or is that a race? I had a guy tell me both. I'm like, how the hell can it be both? You're just a religion due to the race of your what? That's what I'm saying, man. I don't go out much. I don't like to go out because there's people, and they're just so fucking dumb. Just so fucking dumb. Just blows me away.
On Hannity, I can't believe I ever listened to this person at Lindsey Graham's funeral professing his undying love for Israel. I'm sure Lindsey would have been proud, but this is unbelievably disgusting.
I see Prime Minister Netanyahu is here. Mr. Prime Minister, you too have been a dear friend of mine for 30 years. It's an honor to have you. And Lindsey would have been blown away that you took this long journey with your beautiful bride to be here today. He loved you. He loved the state of Israel. He loved the people of Israel. Under your leadership, Israel has been one of America's most consistent and loyal allies. He was never shy to say it to the day he passed. And just as President Trump has been Israel's strongest friend in the history of the White House, the two partners aligned together. Lindsey was that friend to Israel in the United States Senate, as long as I've known this man. Lindsey, he was often unfairly characterized as a warmonger. I've heard that false criticism a lot. It's not true. The truth was the opposite. Lindsey desperately wanted and talked to the president about a lasting peace in the Middle East. He wanted every region, every country in the region on that path to peace. That was Lindsey's dream.
And now here's King Netanyahu literally pointing at Hegseth and Marco Rubio. Who's in charge here? This is like a little mafia meeting. And of course, here's President Trump. But did you expect anything different than this?
Best on. There's a lot of times it's easy. It's easier to bow out. It's easier just to go a different way, the path of least resistance. But he stayed the
that guy sitting back behind him was just like, I'm in a cloud of stench. I'm going to die. How you doing, Deborah? If you're talking, you're muted. Okay. Oh, and this is interesting too. Let me grab this for you. You're going to love this. So this is Mitch McConnell. He's out of the hospital. Holy crap, you got all kinds of noise. Deborah, your microphone, I can't, your audio is horrible. Your audio is horrible, Deborah. I can't, it's like just noise. There we go. Hold on. No, see, it's buzzing and stuff. Anyway, Mitch McConnell is out of the hospital. Yeah, it sounds like aliens or something. Deborah, it sounds like aliens. It sounds like aliens. I can't hear you. Here's Mitch McConnell headed back to his natural habitat. Fucking turtle. Yertle the turtle. Jesus criminally. I can't believe we actually live in this day and age. I hate that phrase. So yeah, Anthony Fauci, what an idiot. His lawyers must be idiots. He's already been given a pardon, a preemptive pardon. That was interesting. I remember when that happened. It's like, what's he going to need a pardon for, right? He pled the Fifth Amendment, which you can't do if you've been given a pardon. There's no need. What was it? 111 times during this whole thing. But anyway, they kind of tore his ass up a little bit in here. Deborah, I hope you get that thing worked out and you can come out. But no, it was sounding like, wasn't it, guys? It was sounding like when they get some kind of an alien broadcast or something, I guess. Like, I guess that's what they had in that movie Disclosure, right? Boy, was that ever a flash in the pan. It wasn't even a flash in the pan. It was a lot of hype, and then it came out, and everyone went, eh. And it was all over, and it was like everybody go, oh, Alan, Steven Spielberg's going to tell us all about the aliens and everything. Boy, everybody's... No. Fell out of the sky like a lead balloon. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. Oh, yeah, this guy cussed at him too, man. This was fucking hilarious. Listen to this.
On my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
They were dragged out of that stadium and arrested. Those policies were put in place because you had moronic politicians that listened to the words of a megalomaniac who was more interested in having met a Kardashian than the suffering of the American people. And that is you. Your advice to communities like that, to idiotic politicians who enforce those rules, arrested that mom for watching a football game with her own family outside. When that story broke, I said to myself, I cannot stand idly on the side and watch this happen. It was about 6 years ago today that I decided I'm going to give up my businesses, sell them all, run for office, run for the United States Senate. Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that? It is a total disgrace what you did to this country. And if my Democrat colleagues are standing there defending you, I hope the voters of the United States of America watch the clips of every one of you doting on a guy who was more interested in being a celebrity than saving American people. I will make it my mission to make certain that every single one of those Democrats who did that will see that clip over and over and over again. Because there is no defense of what you did. You may have had a 50-plus year legacy of public service. But it ends
when you being a fucking monster war criminal. Let's hear how you sound now, Deborah. You'll have to unmute. There
How
you
do
go.
I sound now?
There you go. That's way better. That is
All
way
right.
better.
I got a question. I don't mean to
Okay.
interrupt your time.
No
Hey,
worries.
I had a phone call from my eye care, because I'm on this special insurance,
Uh-huh.
and they asked me if I was. They asked me. We have this new thing that we have to ask you now on our thing, and I go, and okay, what's that? He says, are you an how do you pronounce that? Akasasi something Jew?
Ashkenazi Jew.
And I go, what the hell is that? And she says, I asked him, what is that? And he goes, well, it's a religion. Oh, it's a
God.
religion. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
She goes, yeah, it is. No, it's not. There is no such thing. I says, you guys all made that up in 1943 or something like that. She didn't even know what the hell to say. And I
What?
says, and another thing, I ain't answering that. I
Yeah, I
says,
would have said you. I would have answered that right away with, what? Why do you need to know that?
but I asked him, and I says, but I have to ask you. Well, this was before I asked her. I says, because I did play up to her at first. I says, why would you ask a question like that, ma'am? Well, we need to know this because we have to keep tabs. I says, tabs? Yeah, we're writing a list down. A
Oh, good.
list for what? And she says, well, we have to do this because some of them have different, what do you call religious things or something like the Mormons? They have different.
Yeah, and like Jehovah's Witnesses, they're not allowed
All
to take
right.
and shit like that. Yeah.
Bullshit. Huh? Like
Religion.
Mormons, they're not allowed to have,
Yeah.
yeah, or whatever. And I says, yeah, okay, well, I'm going to inform you. I says, whatever you just said is no such thing. And I says, because there is no such whatever you called. I says, that's why me and my sister don't get along because her dad
It's because
is
they're
one of
lizard
those.
people. It's because
Huh?
they're lizard people, man.
Well, evidently my sister's a lizard people because she's so proud of hers and she
A
found
dude,
out.
a dude took one of those 23andMe and swabbed
Yeah.
his iguana. He swabbed his he has a pet lizard, I think an
Right.
iguana or a bearded dragon or some shit.
Yeah.
And he swabbed it and sent it in, and it came back 86% Ashkenazi Jew.
Oh my God. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. They couldn't even tell that was anything like.
Yeah, no shit. You can't
Oh my
that's
God.
why and they don't have DNA tests. They won't allow you to do that 23andMe. Which I think that's bullshit anyways. I think they're just cataloging everybody's fucking DNA. But I think it
I've
would
been doing a lot of research on this stuff, like who are they? What are they? Since me and my sister's been arguing, because I'm not like that. I'm not that. We have different fathers,
right.
and me and her's been arguing. Well, we're the chosen, and I'm going, what? No, we're not. No, you're not. We're if you follow God, we're all chosen. It's
Ask
not
her,
we don't
ask her
pick
to
and
show you,
choose. Yeah.
ask her to show you where it says that at.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, see,
So it doesn't say that in the Bible
it
that we're
doesn't
that.
say that anywhere.
And
And
there
they're
was
not
another thing that was brought up too that I wanted to find out also, but I can't remember it now because I got so excited that I finally got online to talk to you without getting cut off
I
because
got it
my
for you.
internet acts up a little bit. I think it was because of the storms in the past that we were having. But yeah, I was just so surprised when I got called, and then my son he got called to because he works at West Rock, and he got called, and I'm wondering, are they simulated with the other one, BlackRock? I'm thinking
Maybe.
because they asked him if he wanted to join Illuminati, and I'm
What?
going, yeah. I go, Tom, don't do that. He goes, Mom, I don't intend to. Do you think, Mom, who think curved you over to believing that the ball was ridiculous? He goes, "Why do you think I think the world's flat? Do you think I'm going to go over there and be stupid and join that shit? No, I don't eat children, Mom."
Right. Well, here's the thing about the chosen, okay, about them being chosen, and they're not. And so this breaks it down real well. It's about 10 minutes. Pop your popcorn and check it out. Roll one up. This is, I gotta keep this going
Okay,
for people.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey,
Sorry.
if this echoes, tell me. Oh wait, I probably would help if I unmuted it, wouldn't it? All right, let's start it over.
It's a pretty known fact that the Jews are God's chosen people, that the Jewish homeland is Israel, that the Jews believe in the Old Testament, and that the Old Testament is about Jews. However, almost none of these facts are true. Nowhere in the Bible does it call the Jews God's chosen people. Modern-day Israel isn't really the homeland of the Jews. The Jews don't really believe in the Old Testament, and only maybe 5% of the people in the Old Testament can even be considered Jewish. So now that you've branded me an anti-Semite, we can begin. So the expression anti-Semite literally means against Shem, or his descendants. However, being anti-Jewish isn't the same as being anti-Semitic. So let me explain. The Semites are the descendants of a man named Shem, who would father some of the world's most renowned empires and dynasties, such as the Assyrian and Babylonian empires, and even the Persians can call themselves Semites. So why is it when you say something against the Jews who are considered anti-Semitic? Because just like stealing your religion, your homes, your money and businesses, some Jews also love stealing names, inheritance, and land. So Shem is the son of Noah, the guy who built the ark when Mesopotamia flooded. The Sumerian kingdom would be destroyed by the flood, and the Semites would descend from the Caucasian mountains and establish the Akkadian Empire. Shem would have children, and one of his descendants would be named Eber. He would be the father of the Hebrew people, and the Semites would be called by his name. Eber's line would eventually give birth to a man named Abram or a Jew named Abraham, except Abraham has never been a Jew, nor will he ever be a Jew, and to call Abraham one is just plain ignorant, so let's go through it. So, according to the Bible, Abraham was a Hebrew and not a Jew, who God promised would be the father of many nations. Not one single Jewish nation, but many nations, and that through him all the families of the world would be blessed. Abraham would pass this blessing on to his younger son Isaac, and not his eldest son Ishmael. Isaac would have twin sons named Esau and Jacob. Again, the Abrahamic blessing would be passed down to the younger brother Jacob, who would then be renamed to Israel. Israel would then have 12 sons. His sons would each become their own tribes and eventually become their own nations. One of his sons would be named Judah, who would be the father of the Jewish people, and all Jews are related to him. Even though all Jews are Israelites, majority of Israelites are not Jews. Obviously, Israel would have to pass the Abrahamic blessing to Judah in order for them to be the chosen people. Israel would want his favorite son Joseph to inherit the Abrahamic blessing. However, Judah, the father of the Jews, would be jealous and conspire with his brothers to have Joseph killed. In the end, Judah sold Joseph into slavery for silver, much like Judah sold Jesus to the Jews. So the Bible portrays Judah as a jealous villain and Joseph as the chosen son. While in slavery, Joseph would rise to become the prime minister of Egypt and father two sons named Ephraim and Manasseh. In the end, Israel would adopt Joseph's sons and pass the Abrahamic blessing on to them, making them the chosen people and dividing Joseph into 2 tribes, making 13 tribes of Israel. As for the father of the Jews, his 2 eldest sons would die and Judah would end up bowing down to Joseph. So now that you understand that the Jews were never intended to bless the world, nor were they ever considered the chosen people, we can move on to our second point. So, is the Jewish homeland Israel? And the answer is yes and not at all. Israel was originally called the land of Canaan, named after Noah's grandson, Canaan. The land of Canaan was conquered by the Israelites after they left Egypt with Moses, found in the book of Exodus. The Bible says God commanded the Israelites to punish the Canaanites for their sexual immorality, which led to child sacrifice, which would eventually lead to cannibalism. The word cannibal actually comes from the words Canaan and the god Baal. Baal was the god of Canaan, and the priests were known for eating the children after they were sacrificed to him, hence why we call them cannibals. So now that you understand what kind of people were living in Canaan, try not to feel so bad when you read that God ordered us to exterminate them. The borders of the Jewish homeland were established by Joshua, who was one of the descendants of Joseph and not from Judah. So if we were to restore the Jews to their original land, according to the Bible, the Jewish homeland would look less like this and more like that. So, like the story of Joseph and Judah, their children likewise wouldn't get along either. After becoming nations, there would be a civil war. The Jews would rule the southern kingdom of Judea, while Joseph's sons would rule the northern kingdom, keeping the name Israel. They would have different religions, believe in different gods, and while Judah stayed in Judea, Joseph would ally himself with the Phoenicians and establish colonies and trade posts all over the Mediterranean. The kingdom of Israel would be corrupted by foreign ideologies, and like the Canaanites would fall into materialism, sexual immorality, and child sacrifice, which would lead to them being conquered by the Assyrian Empire. Some of the Israelites would be taken into captivity into the lands of Assyria and Media, while some of the Israelites and Phoenicians would flee to their colonies and trade posts, fulfilling the promise made to Abraham that the world would be blessed through him, as he would be the father of many nations. So the sons of Joseph would become fruitful and multiply among the nations, forgetting who they are, which shouldn't surprise us considering their names literally mean fruitful and forgetful. Just like the northern kingdom, the Jews would fall into sexual immorality and start sacrificing their children. They would be conquered and enslaved by the Babylonians, then freed and reestablished by the Persians, conquered again by the Greeks, and later occupied by the Romans. While under Roman rule, the Jews would launch the greatest revolution in Roman history, known as the Great Revolt, which would fail, causing Judea, Jerusalem, and the Jewish temple to be destroyed, ironically fulfilling everything Jesus and the Christians said would happen. The Jews, not being satisfied with losing their temple and homeland, would stab the Romans in the back by launching 2 more rebellions, killing over 500,000 Greeks and Romans. God would bless the chosen people with 2 more humiliating defeats, along with a banishment from the land, causing Judea to be renamed to Syria Palestinia. So the reason the Jews have been able to take Palestine really rests on the fact that they've stolen the name Israel and have convinced the Christian West that they are the chosen people and that they alone are Israel. But once putting things into perspective, we see that just isn't true. Which brings us to our third point. Do the Jews believe in the Old Testament? The answer is kind of and not really. While waving around the Old Testament as if they believe in it, the Jews actually have secondary books that they consider just as important, the main book being called the Talmud. To explain the Talmud, we have to understand some basic Jewish Roman history, going back to Emperor Claudius, who, like Emperor Tiberius, tried to ban the Jews from Rome after branding them aggressive troublemakers. Sadly, Emperor Claudius didn't understand how to play the Game of Thrones and ended up mysteriously being killed. His successor, Emperor Nero, would lift the Jewish ban, which shouldn't surprise us considering the Talmud says he was a Jewish convert. Nero and his Jews would engage in some of the most barbaric acts known to man. Just to give you an idea of how crazy this pro-Jewish Roman emperor was, Nero burned down Rome and blamed it on the Christians, causing them to be tortured and killed in the worst ways imaginable. He murdered his entire family, then kicked his pregnant wife and unborn child to death, and then castrated a young boy named Sporus and forced him to dress like the wife who he had just murdered. With the coming of Jesus, the Jews would divide into 2 main groups. Those who believed that Jesus is the Messiah, while the other group of Jews rejected this claim, believing that their Messiah would come wielding a sword to destroy the Romans and set up a Jewish empire, which is what led the Jews to revolt against Rome in the first place. That, and they just didn't want to pay taxes. After their failed rebellions, the Jews would retreat to Babylon, creating the religion we know today as Judaism, making Christianity older by about 200 years. The Jews would argue and say that the Talmud is the oral law that was passed down orally without any mistakes since the time of Moses, before finally being written down between 200 and 400 years after Jesus. This would place the Jews in first place above the Muslims for the longest, most successful game of broken telephone ever played. The Talmud speaks of its love for Christians by calling the mother of Jesus a whore and calling Jesus a bastard sorcerer who is in hell boiling in human shit. Which brings us to our last point. Is the Old Testament about Jews? The answer is no, not really. Because the Jews have stolen the name Israel, you would never guess that the majority of the people in the Bible are not Jewish. The Apostle Paul, for instance, even though everyone calls him a Jew, Paul quickly separates himself from the Jews and says, I am an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin. The Bible also says that God sent Paul to preach among the Israelites. And funny enough, Paul's ministry wasn't in Judea, but he was sent to preach to the Galatians in Asia Minor, the Greeks in Greece, and the Romans in Rome. The Bible is constantly separating the kingdom of Israel from the kingdom of Judah, as it is constantly separating Joseph from Judah. The entire Jewish deception and hijacking of the Bible depends on them stealing the terms Semites, Hebrews, and Israelites. For example, Moses, the man who wrote the first 5 books, known as the Torah, did not come from the tribe of Judah, nor was he part of the kingdom of Judea, yet somehow he is a Jew. The reality here is the majority of the people in the Old Testament are not Jewish. The Bible is a book that tells the history of many nations and peoples, like the Semites, Hebrews, Israelites, Egyptians, Phoenicians, Babylonians, Assyrians, Armenians, Persian, Greeks, Romans, and many others. It's not only about Jews.
What do you think now, Deb? Little ammo for your sister. Little bit of ammo for you. You're muted, in case you didn't know.
Oh yeah. I'll have to have you send that to me so I can send it to her.
You think she'd watch it? That'd be one you have to sit and watch with her. Say, hey, now look at this. I want you to pay attention to this now. So even
Well, right now we're not talking, but if I send it to her, she might look at it.
I'll see if I can't load it up on Facebook.
It really is sad because, over a stupid thing of whether, they were real or not.
I know.
It's just a
Well,
misunderstanding.
no, it's not
It is. It's a
misunderstanding.
misunderstanding of the Bible, and that's all it is.
It's deliberate trickery. It's deliberate trickery. It's not a misunderstanding. It's people are ignorant as fuck. This is the whole thing. This is what I try to wake people up from. Listen, man.
Well,
Never
I have to
trust
admit
anybody.
that I have
First
to
off.
be part of the ignorance because
Well-
growing up, I went through so many churches and they all had so many different dialogues and so many
course.
different, and you just didn't know what to believe, that to the part where I stopped going.
Well, it's like it goes right back down to when I was a kid and I asked the Sunday school teacher. I said, how do you know that the devil hasn't disguised himself as this church? And her mouth dropped open because she'd never even thought of that. I mean, holy shit, if I was the devil, I would definitely do something like that. I mean, think about it, how nefariousness works, man. Where do these PDF files try to get jobs at? Around kids, Disney, daycare, schools, right? Coaches, shit like that, right? Holy crap. So wouldn't it make sense that if I want to deceive people into that I would disguise myself as something that appears to be non-deceptive? I mean, it's natural camouflage. And then you start hearing the nonsense that they preach. Like that shit that the Jews are the chosen people and all this other freaking nonsense. And it's like, did any of you actually go to seminary and did you use that Schofield Bible? I mean, who the fuck is Schofield? He was a con man, for crying out loud. He abandoned his family.
Wasn't he the same ones that went over across west?
I think he went to Missouri. Schofield. We're going to do a dive on him again. A lot of good information about that guy, that he's not what he's purported to be. He never even went to seminary school. He had no formal religious training or anything of the such, and he was somehow funded by the Rothschilds to put out this Schofield Bible, and it was published by the Oxford Press. What the hell? It's like, man, and just like the video we just watched shows you, there's the lineage right in front of you. How could Moses be a Jew if there was no such thing as that yet? Didn't come about till Judah, right?
Right.
So what the fuck are these people talking about? But people don't. They like to pretend they understand, but all they're doing is they're playing that same game of the perception deception, right? They're
Right.
taking in information from a guy who appears to be important because he's standing in front of the whole congregation and he's really nice and he's got a pretty wife and he's he's a good Christian, right? You don't fucking know that just because he's got that position. So he gets up there at the podium and he tells these people this fucking nonsense. They don't bother looking into it. They don't half understand what he's saying in the first damn place. They just think that I'll go to this building every Sunday and everything, and then that means I'm going to go to heaven or whatnot. And it's like, no, man, that's not how it works. When people don't understand, they get all, oh, you're going to have a hard time getting to heaven if you don't go to church. Wait a second. Jesus told you, he says, my Father does not dwell in temples. My Father does not dwell in temples. But they want you to go to the temple all the time. See, why? So this guy can stand up in front of you and tell you these skewed misinterpretations. That's his job. He might not even know that's his job. He might actually think that shit. But if he says otherwise, he's going to lose his 501c3 tax status. He probably won't be allowed to be in that sect of religion anymore as a minister or a pastor or whatnot. You see?
So they don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, it's all about the mammon. Everything, all about the mammon.
It's all about the money
That's what it is.
And
Earthly
the thing is, it wasn't about the money for Christ at all.
Money that they did acquire, they used.
He didn't care about the money. In fact, he was upset when they had the money in front of the church out there when they were doing the bazaar and stuff.
Right. Well, and that while there's hungry people around, you see, that's the whole thing too. Is that they went about trying to feed and help the poor, the downtrodden. See, that's the thing. God is. Yeah, it is. It is. It's all about materialism. It's all about materialism. See, those that know they can never get out of here. Those that know they can never get out of here might as well try to get as much out of this as they possibly can. But there again, it's a futile effort because you don't take it with you.
No.
And all you've
That's
done
really
is
strange. You fight so hard to get it, and then at the end, you can't take it with you.
I read that Alexander the Great, during his funeral, he had specific instructions for his funeral. And he wanted the streets, he wanted to be laid naked on a slab to be carried to his tomb with his arms out and his palms out upwards facing. He wanted his physicians to carry his body. And he wanted all of his earthly possessions to be distributed amongst the people all the way down the whole funeral procession. And the reason for that, he said, was because he wanted the people to see that he came into this world with nothing and he was going out of this world with nothing.
Right.
Okay. And that even his physicians couldn't stave away death because here they were carrying his body. So I think that sends a pretty powerful message if you really look at it. It's like, what are you focused on? Where's your head? Where's your head? Is it on tomorrow? That's what they always want. They want you looking ahead or looking back. They don't want you in the now. You understand? They don't want you in the now. And it keeps you scrambling forward to attain literally nothing. See, that's the whole thing, is you got to live in the now. You don't know, you might not be anymore then. 1 second from now, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how long you're going to be here. You don't know what's going to happen, anything. So you should be in the now. Appreciate the now. Have the gratitude for the now. You know, that's a way I heard somebody say, if you standing with one foot in yesterday and the other foot in tomorrow, you're pissing all over today.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it is. So check this out. This guy's a monster sized dude, man. He was pulled over by the cop. And this guy, I guess he was a veteran. He's a veteran from the yeah, he was a giant vet, and you know, some of them are having some problems. But watch these cops trying to get his ass under control. This is crazy.
These deployments, 2.5 years about this already. I can't cross my legs because my hips are blown out. You're not gonna fight me, you stupid. Joel, stop. Stop it, Joel. You're stupid. Stop it, Joel. I tried all this shit you're doing. Yo. I built the program. Yo. Get back. Get back.
He's just fucking pulling them out.
Joel, get back. Tase me all day. I love tase. Get down on the ground. Put your hands behind your back.
Negative. He says negative. They were all tasing him, and he was pulling them fuckers out of him, going, "Go ahead, I don't care." God dang. I wouldn't want to get him on a bad day, that's for sure. What do we got going on? Taser sucks. I don't know. I've not had one. But not to say that that's not in the realm of possibility. Hang on a second. Let me get this over here. Good old Lindsey Graham. Now they deleted this video from Facebook and Instagram. But it's all these this is Lindsay. Ladybug Lindsay.
I want to talk to the Trump supporters for a minute. I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you like this guy.
Whatever he does, he accuses everyone else of doing. The man cannot tell the truth, but he combines it with being a narcissist. A narcissist at a level I don't think this country's ever seen.
And my concern is that he would grab up that power and really treat the country as sort of his little bully fiefdom.
Donald Trump is everything I taught my children not to do in kindergarten.
He's been exploiting working Americans for 40 years.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
He says he's for the little guy, but he's actually built a lot of his businesses on the backs of the little guy.
You know, Donald Trump the other day said that, it, quote, if he tells a soldier to commit a war crime, the soldier will just go do it.
And I don't think Donald Trump has even read the Constitution, knows what's in the Constitution.
A toxic mix of demagoguery and mean-spiritedness and nonsense.
I just cannot support Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a delusional narcissist and an orange-faced windbag.
Donald Trump is a con artist.
He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth.
I think he's a kook. I think he's crazy. I think he's unfit for office.
And they all say a different thing now. Well, not Lindsay, of course. Lindsay's not saying a whole lot at all. Lindsay's in the dirt. Taking a dirt nap, baby. Assumed room temperature. He's a piece of crap, boy. And you know whose fault it is that these people are there? Everybody that fucking votes. That's whose fault it is. I gotta have the lesser of two evils. No, you don't. How about no evil? How about no evil? You know, that would be good. And automatically, these binary thinking fucks. Oh, so Biden was just as bad. And I'm like, yeah, he was terrible too. So was Obama. So was Carter. So was Nixon. So was Johnson. So was fucking Clinton. They're all psychopathic, fucking narcissistic war criminals. Every fucking last one of them. You know, just because I criticize this one, and I got to say, this guy is by far the worst. And I think I got to really try to discern if, because part of it is I can't stand a self-congratulatory fucking person. You know, somebody who's always talking about themselves and bragging about themselves and shit and thinking they're shit that they're not. I cannot fucking stand that. It gets up under my skin so bad. So bad. Oh, nobody knows this as good as I do. Oh, shut up, man. You don't know jack shit. Dumber than hell. Let me grab this guy. See the economist mind parasite. Yes, yes. Same fucking bird, man. Yes, the lesser of two evils is still evil. Presidents are puppet actors, 100%. Look at Ronald Reagan was an actor, right? This guy that's in there now, he's an actor. That's insane, man. Look at the guy Zelensky. The guy was a fucking queer comedian or some shit. They'll always be illegitimate. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stupid thinks there's 2 years left. I know. There ain't. He's talking about going to run for another term. I'm thinking, dude, you ain't going to make it through this one, I don't think, man. You look like death's like stalking you on the golf course, brother.
This is crazy. Iranian state media has released a video indicating that they have an interest in killing Barron Trump and Melania Trump. And the Trump family is now on alert. And I am going to argue that even if it is extraordinarily unrealistic that they could get to Melania and Barron, that this still has the very real possibility of ruining their lives. And of course, it is wildly triggering Donald Trump. Iranian state media put out a video. It's a propaganda video. And it is a very detailed fantasy about murdering Melania Trump, followed by a threat against Barron Trump. The video is called Where to Kill Melania. It was published by the Tasnim news agency. That's an outlet affiliated with Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC. And it's not like anonymous making a troll video. This you know, from the basement of their grandmother's, whatever. This is a formally listed group linked to the IRGC. It's one of the most powerful arms of the Iranian regime. And the video uses maps, it uses AI imagery, it uses publicly available information to depict Melania Trump's movements through New York City. It points to locations she's known to visit. It talks about her protective arrangements, and it encourages freedom fighters to target her. And then it ends with 5 words: Barron Trump, wait for us. Think about that. Barron Trump is an adult. He is involved in Trump's crypto stuff. He was involved in Trump's pre-election strategy of appearing on all of these bro podcasts. He's 20 years old. Now, he is not a military commander. He doesn't determine American foreign policy. He did not order strikes on Iran. And he is just the son of Donald Trump as far as Iran is concerned. Melania Trump is being targeted because there's a psychologically devastating aspect to going after a president or a leader's spouse. This is a known thing meant to generate fear and terror. And that's really the point of this. The feeling that we could get your family, regardless of whether they have anything to do with the decisions you're making to attack us with Strait of Hormuz, with power plants or civilian infrastructure. Now, the Secret Service has said we're aware of it. We're investigating. Anything that is perceived as a threat against one of our protectees, we are going to be taking very seriously. But for security reasons, the Secret Service doesn't want to talk about the specifics of that investigation. Now, just like as a top-level gut check, is Iran likely to succeed in assassinating Melania or Baron Trump? I think the answer is no. Both are protected by the Secret Service. Like they say, credible threats are.
Before he goes on with that, okay, this might not be from Iran at all. This might actually be from Israel to make it look like it's from Iran. Now, in all reality, I don't think Donald Trump would be too devastated if something happened to Melania, because from what I understand, they don't get along. She don't even live there with him, okay? And I think I wouldn't doubt if they get divorced, you know? They're just hanging together there for appearance's sake, but that's falling apart. So if they really wanted to get to Trump, put that threat against his daughter, because that's who he's in love with. That's who he's in love with right there.
That's the key page right there.
Every one of these young girls that he's gone after, and these kids, he picks the ones that look like his daughter.
Yep, Melania. Ivanka.
Yeah.
What is her name? I can't think of her name.
Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's married to.
Ivanka.
Maybe the reason that they didn't know is the fact that she is the wife of Jared Kushner. In fact, Jared Kushner holds some power, at least Jewish power.
I wonder what he thinks about Barron being her son.
I don't know, man. A lot of these people, man, it's all these connections. You know, you start uncovering
Coming up again. I mean,
with,
I've heard it again. I mean, the only way they're gonna, well, I don't know if they could prove it or not by blood or not, because they're so mixed. So might not.
Well, kind of like they don't necessarily have to tell a lie as to omit information and let you do your own assumptions. See,
All
right. That's the key to it, is making your assumptions and getting you to make those. Like, nobody's ever found any of the bodies that I've buried. I didn't say that I've buried any bodies, but that would make people assume that I had. Right.
Right.
So, and they also through omission, just don't say anything type of thing. So, yeah. Anyway, let's let this guy go.
Going to get a major law enforcement response. But can they ruin Barron and Melania's lives by making them afraid and making them choose to restrict their movements from here on out? 100%. Imagine being Barron and knowing that a media organization aligned with a very hostile foreign government that's angry with your dad is saying, wait for us, Barron. Or imagine being Melania and wondering an unfamiliar face that you see, or a car moving strangely in traffic or whatever. Is that someone who is coming after me? It just makes your day-to-day life very difficult. And even if no attack comes, that fear can follow them everywhere. Now, of course, I don't I don't advocate for this sort of stuff. I don't want anybody killed. It's just not. I know that there are people in my audience who are like, good, go after this person. This is just not my nature. But
so the rest of this is just basically him sharing. But that's interesting, that they would put I know he's probably scared to death that Iran's gonna try to off him, Then Lindsey Graham didn't die of no fucking heart attack or nothing, man. He got blowed up in the Ukraine. That's what happened to that son of a bitch. That's what happened.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
I thought they found him at home.
That's the story, but there's not enough time for him to have toured that drone factory.
Yeah.
Took the long ass train ride out of Kiev to Poland, and then flown back to the United States in order to be found there dead.
Oh, okay.
And the drone factory that he was touring was named by Russian drones.
Oh, I didn't hear that part, so I didn't know that.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. They just omit shit.
I knew there was something fishy about it.
They put a cover
I was thinking
story.
it was something like what's his name up in North Korea that did that to his brother, just put some poison on him. I thought maybe that's what they did to him.
Oh. Well, I think it was interesting that the FBI was at his house. Why? They were
that's true.
taking stuff out of there. And we saw how Lindsey Graham used to talk about Donald Trump. Donald Trump hasn't changed. He's only gotten worse, but he was like a cheerleader for Trump. Why? Because he was doing Israel's bidding.
Yeah.
That's why.
Do you think that with this Tate business also, do you think the Tates are going to come up dead too?
The Tates?
Yeah,
I
with
don't
Barron
know.
being involved with that, because Israel's behind that shit too.
Well, them going down, and what's behind all that? What's really behind all that? Because
Chopping.
Barron is closely associated to those guys.
Yeah. I guess
So
he was supposed to be doing some kind of advice on dating. And I don't know who these guys were, other than I seen them before over in Poland, and I thought they were pretty good guys until I seen what they did, and I thought,
yeah.
oh, geez. Child pornography, Epstein list. Okay, got it. Don't want nothing to do with them.
When it would have been a proper departure for a warmonger like Lindsey. Absolutely. That guy was a fucking dick. He really was.
And like when if you've been to a Trump rally?
No.
Oh, dude, it's fucking nuts.
No.
So like when you're at a Trump rally, you're like, oh, I could definitely see how Hitler happened. Like I'm not fucking joking to you, dude. When you go to a Trump rally, it makes you question the sanity of everybody. Like Trump's up there talking about like, we're gonna throw people in jail for burning the flag. And I'm like, dude, I don't like, I mean, again, you shouldn't do it, but it's like, there was a fucking constitution. I'm looking at Vivek, and Vivek is just like fucking like rubbing his head, and he gets out and leaves the Trump rally. And I'm like, fuck. And everybody else is just fucking full send. Yeah, fuck him, throw him in jail. Like if Trump said go grab a gun and go do anything, they would fucking do it. They would fucking do it.
I know it's a cult. It's and that's another good. That's one of the things about Christianity. You're not supposed to put. You don't put your faith in man. They will.
That's also right. That's also
fucking time.
My son had a question.
Okay.
He asked me, if God is so peaceful, then why did God kill?
God didn't kill anybody.
I asked him that. And he says, yes, he did. And I says, okay, who did he kill? I asked my son that. I goes, okay, who did he kill? He says he killed the soldiers. Remember, they were asleep, and he killed them in his sleep. I'm trying to think, where was that at?
Where'd you get that? Tell me where that was at.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was wondering if you guys knew where that story was.
I've never heard it.
It was the story where the soldiers, it was at nighttime, and they were supposed to attack them in the morning, but God and maybe it was his angels. And the angels, maybe that was how I got it. The angels went down and did that. And
There you go. Angel of death. The angel of death. Where's Trump or Lowry said, well, there's that flooding thing, but that was because that was to get rid of the Nephilim. That's everybody was corrupted. The reason that Noah was chosen is because he didn't have corrupted blood.
Let me pause. Let me put this on.
He didn't have corrupted blood. Yeah, probably a reset. We're due for another one. They'll start happening sooner and sooner between each other too. That's the weird thing. What is this? Oh yeah, so he's going to respect Fauci's or the Biden's pardon of Fauci.
So President Trump was asked about Anthony Fauci being pardoned. What do you think he said? What do you think Operation Warp Speed Man said about Anthony Fauci being pardoned? Let's take a listen.
Well, the only thing you can really think about is the autopen, because the most powerful thing the president has, they say, is the power of pardon. So he was pardoned by Biden. And I respect that. I know how powerful it is. It's a very powerful, they say it's literally the most powerful thing a president has. Now, whether or not I sign my things directly, always, almost everything I sign directly. You're witness to many of them. He signed very few. The only thing I know that he signed was Hunter Biden's pardon, but I'm not sure that he signed, he probably didn't sign this one. So I can't tell you what the law is. I've heard that you have to have a lot of proof. You need to have letters. You need to have all sorts of things that the person operating the auto pen has to know exactly what it's all about. He didn't know what it was about because I saw him testify. So maybe there's something on the auto pen. Other than that, the power of pardon is very powerful.
You know what else is powerful, President Trump? The power to go in and act on behalf of Israel to start World War III against the will of the American people. So let's get this straight, President Trump. All the people that you said you were going to arrest, the deep state, the bad guys within America, we let scot-free. But all the foreign bad guys that you're told to go get at the snap of a finger by your boss, Benjamin Netanyahu, you're on it. So the bad guys here, we let go and you're okay with it. The bad guys there, we're on it. President Trump, are you going to need to be pardoned by one of your friends here next? Is JD Vance going to pardon you next, President Trump? Oh, and by the way, all of us that were warning everybody about the COVID shot and COVID and how it was a big operation and how millions of people are going to die, we were right. You were wrong. And so all of us that are warning you about the digital enslavement prison that's being built by this administration, we are right. You are wrong. And so maybe, just maybe, you want to listen to a conspiracy theory friend. They might just have your best interest in mind.
Attacking not only Dr. Anthony Fauci, you're attacking science. Science and the truth are being attacked.
Under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions.
Again, hell is a real place.
Dude. That little wormy fucker. I didn't trust him when first time I looked at him. I was like, that's a little demon right there. That's a little fucking demon right there. And all these people out there talking about how they love Dr. Fauci and how he's going to save everybody and all this other shit. And here he is up there. Oh, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
You're muted, Solve.
No, I'm not.
Solve, you're muted.
No, everybody can hear me. Your speakers are out or something. Attacking science. Yeah, how do you attack science? All right, let me see here. Yeah, you're attacking science. What the fuck does that actually mean? How do you attack a process? See, people have gotten this idea that science is an entity or something, or a god or something. It's not. It's a process of finding truth. What the fuck? These people are really... We are in idiocracy. It's getting worse too. It really is. Nardavanto 221. What's up, bud? I guess that, huh? Whatever. Let's see here. Oh, was I allowed to do that? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this anyways here. I'm going to copy this link and put it up here. All right. Yeah.
My fellow stupid people, we are the best. We're going to be so dumb, you'll be tired of being dumb. 4 more years, dumb and proud. Believe me, it's tremendous. My fellow stupid people, we are the best.
My fellow stupid people, we are the best. That's what we've got, too. I swear I'm seeing so many correlations, even with this presidency. I don't know if you ever watch Enter the Stars. He's been doing some videos on the correlations between the movie Idiocracy and what's occurring right now. And it's like, it's so obvious to see. We had motorcycles jumping and a cage fight at the White House and shit. They're just doing whatever they feel like they can do, and using their power to be able to do it. It's insane, man. Insane. What's I gonna do? Oh, okay. So this is pretty interesting. This is from secretly recorded meetings. Israeli Jews, Hanan and associates, claimed involvement in 33 presidential level election campaigns worldwide, saying 27 were successful. They described offering services such as hacking email and messaging accounts, sabotage, and large-scale social media disinformation via software that could control tens of thousands of fake profiles. The group marketed itself to political clients, private companies, Florida fat Jewish congressmen, gay Jewish Mexican podcasters, and intelligence agencies. Let's hear what these fuckers had to say.
שלום עליכם. שלום. ברוכים הבאים, חורכה. My name is Jorge. George is the nickname, and I don't have a name. You saw what it said on the door, right? No. It says nothing. It says nothing. My name is nothing. That's who we are. We are nothing.
This is Tal Hanan, the mastermind behind Team Jorge, a covert unit that specializes in hacking and disinformation. For 2 decades, Hanan's real identity has remained secret. He operates in the shadows using an alias, Jorge. Now, a joint investigation by The Guardian and Forbidden Stories can reveal who he is, where he's worked, and how he manipulates elections for money. So the disinformation industry is a relatively new phenomenon, which effectively distorts reality and spreads online propaganda. It is usually done by states themselves or by mercenaries for hire who work for private clients or for governments themselves. Almost always this is done covertly. To expose this disinformation unit, reporters went undercover as prospective clients who wanted to delay an election in Africa. In 6 hours of secretly recorded meetings, Hanan and his Israel-based team were filmed demonstrating their services.
Open source, cyber, special operations, intelligence.
Hanan has corporate and political clients and boasts about past and present jobs.
33 presidential level campaigns we have completed, 27 of which were successful.
One of Team Jorge's secret tools is a piece of software called AIMS, which weaponizes social media.
I'll show you why our system is considered by the type of client that buy it.
We have thousands of profiles. Each and every one of them multi-layered. It means they have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube channel and Telegram and whatever you want.
Hanan's team control an army of more than 30,000 bots. A bot is effectively a social media account that pretends to be human but isn't human. It's being controlled through automation. Team Jorge's bots or avatars are by far one of the most sophisticated that we've ever seen. The bots are multi-layered and have corresponding accounts on several other platforms, much like a human being does, which is why when you look at it initially, it does appear to be a real person.
Let's make one candidate together. Isla Sawyer, let's say I don't like the name, it's not Hope. Sophie Wilde, I like the name, British. Already she has email, date of birth, everything. Now I want to put an image set.
I'm searching for her pictures. Let's see. No, I don't like it. Where are you getting the pictures? She doesn't look Canadian, I'm not going to tell you. I have to kill you later. I don't want to do that, Then we have to trash your body in the snacks.
Our investigation pointed to Team Jorge's work in countries all over the world. Team Jorge also claim they can hack Telegram and Gmail.
This is live, right? We're live with this target. If I write him now, he might answer.
We can see his files he's keeping on his drive.
We don't know exactly how Hanan does the hack, but he claims to be exploiting vulnerabilities in the global signaling system SS7. The Guardian has been leaked emails in which Hanan quotes fees of between $400,000 and $600,000. They also confirm that Team Jorge worked covertly on the Nigerian presidential election in 2015. Our investigation has exposed this hidden underworld of disinformation operations. So the next time you're scrolling through your phone or casting a ballot, ask yourself what information you're acting on and who's really behind it.
Yeah, they're all scumbags.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sick of this shit. How you doing, D-Man? Deborah dropped out. I didn't see her drop out. I wanted to thank her for her donation. Thank you very much, dear. Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking jackasses, man.
I took a nap. I was having something to eat. So I was like, I'm going to have something to eat real quick, and then I'll pop on.
Oh,
I got to work tomorrow, so I can't stick around too long, though.
Oh. Where was I? Did I send that to somebody else on Facebook? I gotta find it here.
What's up, Lowry?
I don't know who I sent it to. Hang on. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Just wanted to show you guys something real quick. That deck I was working on.
Oh yeah.
We finished that up. We finished that up today. Oh,
nice.
Now see, these rails, the brown rails, were on it. So we took those off, and they used to stick out a little more and we're along here, but we put a nice facing on the front of the deck. We erected these poles and we cut the rails to fit in between our posts. And that was a little tricky when it came to this gate, but that gate's so well balanced that you can put it on a 45 and it doesn't move, man.
Yeah, nice.
It doesn't move. And then I saw some turkeys on the way to work too.
We had rabbits. We had rabbits in the yard today. The dog was freaking out. It was funny. He waited till he saw the fucking rabbits, and then the dog went right over where the rabbits was, and it took a giant shit. And I was like, "There you go." Trying to tell him I'm the boss. My land, you screw.
Check this out. Check these little guys out. They was going down the road in front of my Jeep, and by the time I got my camera out and everything, they walked up the driveway. That's the driveway to the gun store. So that was kind of cool. Anyway.
Yeah, we get turkeys around here. Not so much now because I got the dogs. But sometimes in the early morning, sometimes I'll wake up and look out in the back and I'll see a bunch of turkeys out there picking out whatever out of the cut grass, you know.
Yeah,
it's okay. They eat all the stuff that I don't want to deal with. So I'm like, go right ahead, walk through.
Wait a second. I'm looking for a
Peter W. called them forest pigeons.
Oh yeah, here we go. Water can never curve on a ball. Maybe if it ever comes, loads up. All right, well, don't just automatically start. There.
I can't hear any audio.
Is there? Can you hear that, D-Man? Hello,
No,
D-Man.
There's no audio.
There's no audio. I wish
No.
somebody would have told me that before I got halfway through the damn thing.
I was trying, but I don't think you could hear me.
Let me try it again. Let's see how this goes. Now, let me back it up.
If you poured water
There we
onto a
go.
ball, it doesn't wrap around the surface and stay there. It runs straight off every time. Because water doesn't cling to curved surfaces, it finds the lowest flat point and settles. So here's the question. Nobody in your science class ever had to answer out loud. How are the world's oceans covering 71% of this planet, curving around a ball? Every builder, every surveyor, every engineer working with water uses one foundational principle. Water finds level. It doesn't slope. It doesn't arc, it doesn't wrap. Given any container or open surface, water will always settle into a perfectly flat horizontal plane. That's why spirit levels work. That's why canal builders throughout history used water as their reference line, because it never lies. The globe model asks you to accept that oceans, trillions of tons of water, are somehow curving around a spherical surface held in place by a gravitational force, so precise that the water stays curved without any visible evidence of that curve at sea level. But stand on any beach, look at the ocean surface. It is flat to the horizon in every direction. No visible curve, no visible arc, just level. And here's the engineering detail that lands hardest. The Suez Canal, over 100 miles long, was constructed with zero curvature adjustment. The engineers dug a flat, level channel from one end to the other. If Earth curves roughly 8 inches per mile squared, a 100-mile canal should account for over a mile of cumulative drop from one end to the other. They accounted for none of it. The water sits level throughout because it always does. On a flat Earth, water behaves exactly as it always has. In every observable situation, it finds level, it stays level. It covers a flat surface evenly without curving, without wrapping, without requiring a force to hold it against geometry. It naturally resists. The oceans are flat because water is flat. That's not a theory. That's exactly what water does. In every single test, every single container, every single canal, every single lake, always, forever. If you poured water onto a basket.
So that's so fundamental, and I can't understand. And that's why they got to have, guess what? Guess what they got to have all the time, right? That's right. The magic duct tape that holds that dumb shit all together.
Yep.
And they want to go, oh, the Cavendish experiment. This Cavendish experiment doesn't prove attraction. It just demonstrates movement.
It's water is the base of every measurement, basically.
Yep.
So it's the base of everything: elevation, distance. I could go on and on. Direction. It's what Nathan's been talking about for a long time now. That people are just starting to get that it's the basis to everything.
Of course. Listen, the fluid dynamics destroy the globe right away. That's some of the dumbest shit, you know. It's like, and they ran that by you before you had any critical thinking skills at all, you know. And then they push this gravity bullshit down your throat, and it's like, what is this? What do you mean? It's your lazy explanation to explain why things fall or rise? Really?
They're using flat Earth measurements to explain curve, which is even funnier. It's like, wait a minute, you're using measurements that are made on a flat plane, but that use the water as the
right. the baseline horizontal position. Yeah.
The zero.
Right. Damn it, I know.
That's why I get a kick out of that. Like, I just get a kick out of it. It's just like, wow, you got to be kidding me. You really need this? You shouldn't need that. Well, you do. That
It's
means it's
fucking
just flat,
retarded.
and you're converting it into another shape. Why? Why don't you just stay in the initial, and then you don't have to? It's just
I think it's
fantasy
to
land shit.
hide. I think it's to hide land. I think it's to hide that to put you in the mental position that you're isolated.
No.
You know, and I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think we are isolated. The only isolation we have is due to force. All of the things that are put in place to keep you from wandering off, kind of like the electronic fence you put up for a dog or something.
Yeah, exactly, like the pen.
Yeah.
It's like putting the pen up, you know. And the funny part, I think the thing that is the doer for me is that, you know, putting up that pen and saying, you know, if you go near it, or you go, what do you call it? Well, then you obviously will shoot you down. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, what are you really trying to? What do you care anyway?
Yeah, they threaten to shoot you down because they don't want anybody going there because it's dangerous and they could get hurt or killed or lost.
So
or
we'll
something.
kill you to stop you
So
from
we'll
killing
kill you
yourself.
to stop you from. Yeah, I mean, wow, that's really, you break it down, that's the logic.
Yeah, which really, really explains lots, which means there probably is a lot of more shit out there. There's probably a little more stuff that you would see real quick. Yeah, maybe there's a possibility you might die trying to get to it. But why do they care?
Right.
And that's the thing that grabs me. Like, if that was the case and it was just more more nothing, then what would you really care in the first place? You know, all of a sudden you care about about saving people's lives. I mean, fucking people kill millions of people a year.
Oh my God, yeah.
All of a sudden, one person matters? Oh, really?
I know, right? And cops are fucking greasing people every day. I forget what's their number up to now. Let's check. Let's see.
I did watch Am Against the Press with that video from Am Against the Press this morning. I watched it.
Did you? What? And that those people were something else, weren't they?
Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing. I would have pepper sprayed him probably a little quicker. The minute he stepped in front of me and stopped, I probably would have pepper sprayed him.
I'm gonna say, let's see, just say last year, 2020. Let's go 2026. I'm gonna say, how many people have police killed in 2026?
It's got to be 20, 30,000 people.
Well, it says here, as of mid 2026, at least 5,400 people have been killed by police in the United States. And how many did we supposedly lose in the Twin Towers? Hello, Neo Drifter. What's up, my man?
I don't know. Was it 3,000?
I think it was 3,000.
Yeah.
Right. And already in just 6 months, the cops have killed 5,400 people in the United States.
Yeah. So they're killing it. They're
they
killing
do,
a freaking
man.
building every couple of years. Well, they're killing more than that. A building and a quarter every year.
Yeah. It's terrible. How you doing, Neo Drifter? What's on your mind? You're muted. You're muted. Unmute your mic. Okay. I don't know what there happened. Device is not connected now. I don't know. All right. So yeah, that's an interesting little tidbit. Mid 2026, 5,400 people have been killed by police in the United States. God. That's unacceptable. I mean, come on, y'all. That's just unacceptable.
Consult any mainstream science publication or ask any science teacher, why can't we feel the Earth spinning? And they will unanimously reply that it is because the globe spins at a perfect constant speed, and we can only feel acceleration or deceleration. As Cool Cosmos website writes, Earth moves very fast. It spins at a speed of about 1,000 miles per hour and orbits around the sun at a speed of about 67,000 miles per hour. We do not feel any of this motion because these speeds are constant. You can only feel motion if your speed changes. For example, if you are in a car which is moving at a constant speed on a smooth surface, you will not feel much motion. However, when the car accelerates or when the brakes are applied, you do feel motion. The glaring problem with this claim, rarely ever addressed, is that the globe and everything on it, if it existed, would be undergoing constant acceleration, because uniform circular motion is constant acceleration. As published on physicsclassroom.com, uniform circular motion can be described as the motion of an object in a circle at a constant speed. As an object moves in a circle, it is constantly changing its direction. At all instances, the object is moving tangent to the circle. Since the direction of the velocity vector is the same as the direction of the object's motion, the velocity vector is directed tangent to the circle as well. An object moving in a circle is accelerating. An object undergoing uniform circular motion is moving with a constant speed. Nonetheless, it is accelerating due to its change in direction. The direction of the acceleration is inwards. With the inward net force directed perpendicular to the velocity vector, the object is always changing its direction and undergoing an inward acceleration. Therefore, the globe's theoretical astronomy is at odds with demonstrable physics. Uniform, and even more so with non-uniform, circular motion creates a centripetal force which entails constant acceleration in constantly changing directions. The heliocentric model claims the Earth rotates in uniform circular motion at a constant speed while revolving an elliptical orbit around the Sun at another constant speed, while the entire solar system makes a circular orbit around the Milky Way galaxy at another constant speed, and the Milky Way galaxy shoots off in a straight line from their Big Bang beginning at yet another constant speed. In other words, we are actually supposedly undergoing 4 different circular, elliptical, and straight line motions simultaneously, but being told that we, quote, do not feel any of this motion because these speeds are constant. They always give the example of a car or train going straight at a constant velocity and claim we cannot feel that motion. But what if the car is speeding along an elevated, uniform, circular racetrack, while that entire elevated racetrack is making an elliptical circuit around the racing grounds, while simultaneously the entire racing grounds themselves are on a gigantic moving circular foundation, while that foundation itself shoots straight off into the universe? These are the actual variables involved with the globe's supposed constant speed that no one in history has ever demonstrated, measured, felt, or experienced whatsoever. So the next time someone claims you cannot feel the Earth's motion because it spins at a constant speed, remind them that uniform circular motion is acceleration, and acceleration is felt. And when they give you the example of a car driving down a straight road, remind them that the car is actually driving on a circular racetrack, while the racetrack is making an elliptical circuit around the racing grounds, while the entire racing grounds themselves are circling around a larger foundation, and that foundation itself is traveling in a straight line. These 4 simultaneous, varying motions the globe is subjected to in the heliocentric model create multiple acceleration vectors and destroy any possibility that they wouldn't be felt or measurable due to traveling at a constant speed.
and, and likewise, think about the moon orbiting the Earth. So that would be, I want you to imagine, all right, and we're going to throw some gravity in there too, okay? So we've got a banked track that goes around in a circle, okay? And we've got a race car that has to keep maintaining a certain speed in order to remain on that track. If it loses any of that speed, it's going to start drifting down toward the middle of the track, right? So we'll invoke that. Now, while this car is traveling, say 80 miles an hour around this track, you get on a motorcycle and you have to make an orbit around that race car while it's going around. Now think about everything that would be involved with what you would have to do on that motorcycle. You'd have to speed up to catch up to it, match its speed, then go faster than it, cross in front of it, and slow down. Go the other direction. Then you have to start speeding up again so you can maintain that to keep it's ridiculous. All while doing this on a bank track, because otherwise you'll go toward the center of the. See, this is the shit they float by you, but they mesmerize you with dazzling graphics and other such nonsense. To keep you in this fantasy about space, and you live on a ball floating around in a void for some reason, just because of reasons, I guess. I don't know. Oh, wow. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, it's their fantasy land stuff that they pull out that they love so much.
All right, let me see.
I mean, if you think about it from the perspective of, like, if you want to confuse somebody enough, you either add a bunch of zeros behind a 1, and the more zeros you add, people just can't get their arms around that first, right? So you confuse them in numerical perspective. But then the 3-body problem, you want to confuse somebody's spatial 3D recognition of the places they walk around in. Introduce balls spinning around with invisible magical forces that do this thing, and it just baffles people, and they can't do it.
No.
They can't manage it in their mind, and this is what they know. They're like, keep them spinning, and they won't know their own self. They won't know what they're walking around on. They won't know the thing that they might actually want to get up to, which is like, each and every person has a special little power inside of them, and they don't want that power coming out. Mm-hmm. And so they spin them up and add a bunch of zeros behind a number.
Yep.
And tell them a bunch of fucking stories. That, clearly, if you read history, I guess the best that we can read, like shit that was made up in sci-fi pulp books in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
It just started popping up, interestingly enough, around 1958, and then, the movie companies knowing what the Earth looked like before there was any quote unquote space travel, is it Paramount or was it Universal Pictures, right? And what's funny about that thing, the spinning globe that was out in like the 20s. It's got the plane flying perfectly. It's not even flying like what it would be on a ball. It's flying.
Right.
It's like their whole "fuck you, we're fucking with you right now," and isn't it interesting? It took a bunch of like stoic motherfuckers like us to like actually look at it and be like, they're fucking with us.
Yeah.
Because
it got to be where, the gaslighting, they pushed it. They pushed too far for a lot of people. And
once you start to learn the gaslighting and you learn how that works, you're kind of over it.
Well, that's what cracks me up.
I see what you did.
These globers will go, we've known the Earth's a globe for 2,500 years. As a motherfucker, you don't even know what really happened 25 years ago, much less 2,500. You see them change the story in real time, motherfucker. Come on, you would tell me, don't even start with Aaron Crusty Knees. I don't even care about that guy. He didn't even fucking exist. He sticks and fucking shadows and shit.
And they will repeat it. They will repeat it like a game of telephone, and then it gets stuck in their head. And it's like, dude, all you got to do is go out and look. I mean, that's all we did. We were just like, all right, I'm going to go out and check it. And every time I go out and check it, it looks like the water stays level. It looks like I can see too far. Yep. It's just like, just go check. Like, I don't even need to be here telling you this stuff. You just use your legs and use your feet and walk out your door and go to a place where you can get an observation and look at it. And they won't do it. I had a friend, like, he's so indoctrinated into the sciences. He's really brilliant in engineering. I couldn't get him to look at the moon. I was like, look how the moon looks like it's local. Look at the clouds around it are lit up very locally. I couldn't even get his head. I tried to move his face to look at it. He wouldn't look at it. I'm like, this isn't a joke. I'm just like, I'm trying to, like, will you look at the moon? He wouldn't even look at the moon.
Why?
I'm like, okay, I don't know. I think the indoctrination is so powerful that people cannot actually just examine the sky above them. I think it's the whole thing with the chemtrails too. It's like if people would just look up and spend like 5 minutes looking up, they'd realize the difference between contrails and chemtrails.
Do you think that you could see such vivid detail on an object that was 237,000 miles away?
Did you get a little room 237 like trinket there?
It says come play with us since 1907. And this is from the Overlook Hotel in Sidewinder, Colorado. This is room 237.
For those of you that haven't watched Room 237, I personally believe, it's just my personal belief, that was Kubrick's admission in so far as he can do it in the public realm of
237,000. Look, man, right before he goes, little Danny, right? Little Danny, he's going down that hallway on the big wheel, right?
Yeah.
And what stops him? The two twin girls. That's the Gemini mission.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Gemini mission. That was an Earth orbit, right? That wasn't to the moon. That was an Earth orbit. Then Danny turns and looks to his left, and the door is partially open to room 237,000 miles to the moon.
And it's an anagram of moon room.
And he's got a rocket. He's got a rocket on his sweater, and his standing up is the fucking launch. And then he goes.
Do you remember what the carpet looked like beneath where it looked like the launch pad? It was exactly the launch pad.
Yep.
Like he's telling you without telling you that he fucking pulled off the biggest ruse of all time. He's telling you he has to.
Right.
It's karmic rules. He has to say it, and he did it very. I would. That's probably the nastiest retort. For either whether he did it voluntarily or that he didn't have any choice in doing it.
I think that Kubrick was, I really do think that Dustin Hoffman's character in the movie Wag the Dog.
Are you on?
I think that was Kubrick. I think that was to
represent.
Hello,
Hi,
Nick.
Sob. Sorry
Hi.
to interrupt. Just want to say hi.
Okay, hi.
He actually told me that he was like broadcasting, but like I thought that I would just like come and be like, "Hey, what's up?" By the way, I thought of you, Lindsey Graham and Fauci. Lindsey Graham funeral and Fauci plead the fifth bullshit. Thought of you all day today.
That's all I know.
What you're
It's been
saying, but
everywhere.
I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Right. All right. Anyway,
Nicole in classic fashion, but
totally lost what I was talking about too.
No, but I can catch up on it. I can bring you right back into it. So, like people that haven't seen Room 237, so
The Shining. That's what I'm talking about.
The Shining. But Room 237 was about The Shining, which is the one that people should really watch. Which they really go in and they say, this is how he's saying that I made an agreement. I have to go through with the agreement. And this is how it made me insane. It describes the character development of Jack Nicholson's, I don't remember what his name was, but he's like, this is the insanity that I lived through to do this thing that was really bad for humanity, which was inverting it, which was essentially like purporting Spaceballs. You know, he did the 2001 Space Odyssey, the year before the alleged jump to the moon, which never happened, and then building up to that, The Shining was his answer. He's like, I have to get this out of me. I have to get this thing out of me karmically. And the only way he could do it was to hide it in The Shining. And he told Stephen King to fuck off. This is now my movie. I'm going to make it the way I want to. And the ultimate fuck off at the end of that movie was he changed the color of the Volkswagen Bug at the end as a fuck you to Stephen King, because Stephen King apparently is a total douchebag. It just
I've heard that
from the vibes that he puts out, like the movies, he did some. Like Shawshank was fucking amazing. I thought that was a great writing, but he's kind of a douchebag.
Background noise from
Max.
Somebody's got their speakers rolling.
No, Max was muted. It's coming from Neo.
Neo, can you mute up?
Yeah, can you mute up? I'm getting an echo from you.
Yeah.
What I was saying was that in the movie Wag the Dog, the Dustin Hoffman character, the producer, I believe that he was modeled after Kubrick. Because remember, he was like all down with doing it. This is great. It's a pageant, you know, and they're like, you can't take credit for this. You can't. And then finally he says, I want some credit and shit. And finally the dude looked at those two guys in dark suits and kind of gave a nod, and they just escorted him out to a limo. The next thing you see is a news broadcast saying, famous Hollywood producer so-and-so was found dead in his hot tub of an apparent heart attack this morning. And it's like, yeah, dude, you can't fucking talk. You can't.
Yeah. And I would even like further that with in the situation with Kubrick was he was so brilliant at using imagery to tell a story. He would do like 300 takes of like one scene, right, to get exactly what he wanted to say without his handlers knowing what he was doing. So he was trying his best to say, hey, I fucked with you, but this is the only way I can do it without getting killed. And then he eventually, we could just say, died after Eyes Wide Shut, but like you know, it's very curious that he went to that, and there's 20 minutes of missing footage in Eyes Wide Shut.
20 minutes for the final release. It was cut out.
So he was trying to say, look, I fucking fucked over an entire generation of people and fucked with their minds. You know,
that last
he had to get it off.
That last scene in that movie is really disturbing because those two old guys that the little girl just walks off with, and then Tom Cruise and his wife let him, you know, you first see them at the first party that they go to.
Yes.
They're in there. And then, you know, if you don't catch it, then you realize what was really going on. But I think that if they not cut out that 20 minutes, it would have even hit home hard.
The missing footage allegedly from one of the guys that worked on the set, he said that the actual original theme was that they eventually sell their kids into the sex trade. That they cut it all. They cut that chunk out, that little narrative out, that their kids got sold at the end, and in that was enough to either get him offed, or you know something. It's just curious that he also died on like the 50th anniversary or something of the moon landings, quote unquote, and he was, it looks like a humiliation sacrifice / okay, this is what our calendars say what we have to do to you. We know what you're doing now. We know that you're giving up the secrets, and you're done now. And that's what I took from the whole 9 yards of Kubrick, as it were.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
You know what we haven't had on here in a long time, man? A good Lego movie.
Hey, I sent you something too. One of my favorite oldies but goodies. Did you get that?
Did you do it in Messenger?
I sent it on Facebook. You should cue that up after the Lego movie.
All right, I'll have to do that while this is playing. Hang on.
Your empire is done. You started the war. You thought you would win. Now look at the mess that your country is in. Look at it. Your general's crying, your plan was a bust. The promises made are now turning to dust. Marco Rubio was sweating, he's grilled on the floor. They asked for the billions you wasted on war. You lied from day one, you keep capping a lot. But look at the street, yeah, we got it on lock. Locked down. You're begging for mercy, you're begging for peace, while telling your media Iran wants to cease. You sure? You're losing the straight, you're losing the state, and now the whole public is drowning in hate. You told, stop talking about Epstein. Now listen to the crowd. Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. Louder! Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. Don't stop talking about Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. Louder! Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. You lied about Iran, said Navy is gone. You promised regime change from darkness to dawn. You're dreaming. Your beautiful B-2s were flying so high, still shaking inside. You're about to cry. You stood on the stage, looking completely detached, saying, I don't care about voters, it's cash. Did he really say that? Yeah, he did. You care about ballrooms, luxury suites, while American families starve on the streets. Inflation is peaking, the economy's dead, but you worry about Israel instead. The corruption is deep, AI pranks buying the state. Every politician's got a price on their plate. You're all just puppets dancing for funds, while Iran is standing and holding the guns. You're losing the straight, you're losing the state, and now the whole public is drowning in hate. You told, stop talking about Epstein. Now listen to the crowd.
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. Louder! Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
Don't stop talking about
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
louder!
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
You called yourself a king, but you're just a BJ queen. The biggest disaster the White House has seen. Your empire is done, 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 done. Pedal, done, 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 done.
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
The war is lost.
Epstein.
You go fix your ballroom.
No.
Fire is done. Pedal done.
There you go.
Good clip.
Can't hear you, Sav. You're muted.
Cha. So what's on your mind, Neo Drifter? You can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You there, Neo Drifter? Can you hear me? What's up?
Oh, fuck. Nothing. I can't even believe how hard it was to freaking join.
Really? Are you using Chrome?
I can hear you.
Are you? Yeah, I hear you now. Are you using Chrome? He must be listening to us through YouTube. Listen, if you have YouTube open, close it.
Oh, I'm way behind.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
Yeah, you got to mute your YouTube feed.
You got to.
I'm way behind.
YouTube.
What's happening?
Close
Mac?
YouTube?
Yeah, or mute YouTube. Don't be on YouTube. Be on this, on StreamYard.
Yeah, it'll echo.
He's getting a really heavy, long delay from if he's in StreamYard.
There's I've noticed up to
Okay, maybe that's
15 seconds of
better.
delay.
There you go. No, are you hearing what I'm saying? I don't understand why he's got such a delay. Like, are you on the moon? Maybe. Anyway.
Mein Führer, was Sie da sagen, ist ungeheuerlich. Die Generalität ist das Geschmeiß des deutschen Volkes. Sie ist ohne Ehre. Sie nennen sich Generale, weil Sie Jahre auf Militärakademien zugebracht haben, nur um zu lernen, wie man Messer und Gabel hält. Jahrelang hat das Militär meine Aktionen nur behindert. Es hat mich jeden nur gegen Widerstand in den Weg gelegt. Ich hätte gut daran getan, von Jahren alle höheren Offiziere liquidieren zu lassen, wie Stalin. Ich war nie auf einer Akademie. Und doch habe ich allein auf Misters Geld, ganz Europa erobert. Verräter. Von allem Anfang an bin ich so verraten und betrogen worden. Es wurde ein ungeheurer Verrat geübt am deutschen Volke. Aber alle diese Verräter werden bezahlen. Mit ihrem eigenen Blut werden sie bezahlen. Sie werden das saufen in ihrem eigenen
Is that
Blut.
what he's really saying?
No.
Meine Befehle sind in den Wind gesprochen. Es ist unmöglich, unter diesen Umständen zu führen. Es ist aus. Der Krieg ist verloren. Aber wenn Sie, meine Herren, glauben, dass ich deswegen Berlin verlasse, irren Sie sich gewaltig. Eher jage ich mir eine Kugel durch den Kopf. Tun Sie, was Sie wollen.
I mean, regardless of your feelings about Hitler or whether he was right or wrong in history, dude, I just
Right. That's
love
funny as shit. Wasn't that Anthony Hopkins? I think that was Anthony Hopkins playing that part as Hitler.
No, it's the dude that did it actually won a huge award because he just captured it so well. You know, but like thinking about it in reverse history now and like the things that are coming out about what Germany actually was, I kind of like, I don't like using, you know, Hitler memes anymore because I just feel like it was just so, the history of Hitler has just been so completely mashed up into like this big, you know, bad guy. And
I'm going to start a YouTube channel called Flat Earth Hitler, and will you guys all follow me? Because I think it would be really awesome. Bye.
Bye.
Did Nicole really ask while that was playing if that was a real translation of what he said?
She throws a lot of darts. Sometimes she's on target, and sometimes she's way off. And you just have to take the good with the bad with Nico. She's just what she is, you know. Sometimes she's right on, and sometimes she's just like, dude, you are so far off. Just stop.
It's like, wait, think about it now. When was the bunker incident? When was NASA? He's talking about NASA.
Kind of about the same time, a little bit.
Yeah, no, like 1944. Yeah, 1944, and then
it was 1944, then paperclip, and
45.
45, and then paperclip, and then 58. So you had
45
12 years.
Hitler died. Okay, well, supposedly. Okay,
Allegedly.
45. So you damn near had 12 years, 13 years before NASA comes around.
Yeah, and you know the whole thing is funny now because I always think about it in this terms. It's like you hear about like these Ponzi scheme religions like Scientology, right? That pop up in California. They pop up in various places. They're different religions, whatever. Heliocentrism is the same thing. It's the same, except like all of us think that we're immune to it because, oh, well, my kindergarten teacher taught it to me.
Right.
It's got to be real. It's got to be real. No, it's the same thing that these other religions that pop up with these, you know, space gods and everything else. It's just the same model. It was just done more appropriately by people with a lot of money, and they were able to do it over generations. And heliocentrism is just as bad as Scientology. It's just same fucking thing. It's the same thing. We all got indoctrinated into a huge program.
Well, get this. Copernicus, man, he sold that. He come up with it trying to sell that fucking heliocentric model, you know? He didn't even have a telescope.
No, and didn't he walk away? Was it him?
No telescopes. There was no telescopes.
Yeah, and then also, was it, well, no, I think it was Newton. Newton, after the Principia writings, he comes back and says, I don't want to have anything to do with that. He just literally says it. It's in the writing. He's like, this mass attracts mass string I don't want anything to do with it. But they went with it. They ran with it. They ran with it after he was dead. If he even existed, for fuck's sake. I mean, we don't even know our fucking history at this point in time. It's so garbled and confusing. And
there was only two main causes of death back in those days. It was consumption and syphilis.
Yeah.
So he probably had consumption and syphilis. That's what he died from.
All right. Keep crushing, guys. I'm going to keep listening. Cheers.
All right, brother.
Good
to see you, man.
Here's some good.
Yeah, he says, I clothe the heavens with blackness and I make sackcloth their covering. It wasn't until the 1900s that people went up above that blue layer. What do they see? Blackness. So our father had Isaiah speak that thousands of years ago. We're now seeing that it's true. The heavens are spread out like a tent. And if you guys know, we have air pressure. Everybody says, hey, bring me a working model. We live in a working model. Put us in a vacuum chamber. It's not a working model anymore. Right? We have air pressure. And if we have a heavens above spread out like a tent, the air above you, however much air there is how much air pressure you have pushing down on you. Does that make sense? If we go higher, why do our ears pop? There's less air pushing down on us from above. Right? When you swim down in water, it's more amplified. A 10-foot swimming pool, you swim down, your ears hurt, right? Pressures are changing. There's more water pushing down on you. Our air pressure is the same way. The heavens spread out like a tent. We have proof now, thanks to air pressure models and weather maps and all those things. The air pressure in the middle of the world is the highest. You go south, the lowest air pressure in the world is in the south because there's less air above you in the south. The ceiling is closer. The heavens are getting closer. And so our Father knew all these things. His prophets knew it. The book of Enoch talks about there being portals from the winds coming from the firmament in the north, the south, the east, and the west, causing there to be 4 winds. Our Messiah and the prophets speak of, multiple prophets, the 4 winds of the earth gathering creation. When did we find out about the 4 winds of the heavens? 1920. They were speaking about this thousands of years ago. Descriptions of how our earth works. That's why the angels have to go to the 4 corners of the earth to stop the wind. Why would you have to go to the ends of the earth to stop the wind if we're on a globe? You could just stop the earth from spinning. We had no wind. No, the angels have to go to where the portals in the heavens are. When they shut up heaven so that it didn't rain, our Messiah says that, of a truth, in the days of Elijah, the heavens were shut up, meaning the portals in the heavens that blow the wind were turned off. They don't just control the wind, they control the weather and the rain. And if you had to guess, where do you think the fastest winds are? In the south. Hurricanes don't go to Antarctica for a reason, but they can go hundreds of miles away from the North Pole, thousands of miles away from the South Pole. They never go close to the South Pole. And guess what? The South Pole stays frozen all year. The North Pole doesn't stay frozen all year, they say. Should be the same. And so our Father's words, time and time again, being true. The daylight, even the darkness, you look at how many days the sun is in the north versus in the south. The book of Enoch says it's 182 days. Guess how many days of darkness we have in the south? 182 days. Exactly. When our Father's words are written down, you can verify it and put your trust in it with science.
That's not the air pushing down on you. It's not from the air pushing down on you. It's the amount of air that's pushing in on you. And of course, we've got a larger dispersal area. We have components within the mixture that have been removed or, eliminated or decreased. That also lowers pressure, temperature. And where we reside is within a range that we require in order to be able to survive. The whole reason that you can breathe is the fact that there is air pressure pushing in on you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do that function. So this is, I don't know, this thing about people saying it's the weight of it. No, it's your displacement. It's the displacement. The pressure pushes in on your body in all vectors, all directions. So there's not a downward force of air, so to speak.
You're
Not
displacing
really.
right now as you sit or stand or whatever
Yes.
position you're in. Laying down, you're displacing.
Yep. The gases around you desperately want to be where you're at, but of course, 2 things can't occupy the same space at the same time. So there's resistance going on there. I'm displacing the medium. Now, if the medium were to displace me, I would float. That's how it all works. It's all about the fluid medium. It hasn't got shit to do with some kind of mass and mass attracting mass. And these idiots are still going on about that. And they're supposed to not believe that. They're supposed to believe in the Einsteinian bending and warping of space-time. See, which is even more ridiculous, and it's so simple. It's so fucking simple. I don't understand how people have a problem, Tam, is that who I think it is? It is. What's up, darling? You got sound?
I got it. Hi,
There
guys.
you go. Hello. Hey, how you doing, Tamara?
Hi, Damian. I miss Lowry. I miss Nicole.
Yeah, did you see the Did you see the Hitler going on about the flat earthers?
Yes, I did.
Damn
And she's
flat
so
earthers.
funny. She's so funny. She was in and out.
She goes, is that really what he said?
Sure is.
Yep. He was on to us before we existed, man. That's cool.
Hey, congratulations on getting the deck finished. That was beautiful.
What's that? It was?
Your deck, getting the deck finished.
Oh, yeah. Did you like that?
Yes, that was really pretty. That looks nice. The screen and porch.
No, it's not screened in, but he was making noises about wanting to maybe screen it in. And so we probably will go back and screen it in. And, then the other guy I was working with, I says, "Oh, are you a salesman, boy?" Because he goes, "Well, might look kind of funny to have the back porch screened in and not screened in on the front porch too." He goes, "Yeah, I could have you do the front too."
Little suggestion.
Well, it was really, the guy's really a nice guy that we're doing the work for. And he comes out there, we're just about done, we're cleaning up, and he goes and tries to give us each a $50 tip. And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to accept that from you, man. That's, we're getting paid for this." I was like, that's the first time I've ever had anybody try to tip me as a carpenter. That's crazy.
But it means a great job then, right? I mean,
Yeah.
appreciates what you're doing.
Yeah, it was. Who am I getting echo off? Somebody.
I hear banging and all kinds of crap going on.
I know. I can't figure out where it comes from. It's just,
Yeah, no, these idiots over here are shooting off fireworks still.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay. So it's you maxed out.
Yeah.
We found our culprit, D-man. We're gonna have to do something about this. But no, it was pretty cool. I saw turkeys on my way into work, and they were walking right down the road. They just walked right down the road. It was funny as shit. They're walking right down the road in front of my Jeep, and I don't want to hit them, so I wait for them. And then finally, they just go up in that driveway, and I was like, that was dumb, because that's the driveway into the gun store. It was like,
Was that your video where they were scattering and jumping up on the?
yeah,
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was about just a little before 8 this morning, and been seeing a lot of deer up in there. Where we're at. I mean, we're right at the boundary of the park, right at the boundary of the Shenandoah National Forest. And so that's where all the deer go to hide so they can't be hunted.
They know.
They know. It is. They do too. It's like they know. They'll go up there in the fall. Hey, leaves are changing. We better get on up there. Oh, look, we got Roger.
Hello.
Roger.
Roger. How many people have you gotten in here the most?
I think I can get 12. I think altogether I can get 12. Maybe 9. I'm not sure, but I've had this thing filled up, man, before. That's a nightmare.
I can get 10 on Restream. I know that. I've done that a couple of times. That's what I'm allowed.
I don't know. I'd have to look. I remember it came up and said something one day. I don't remember where it's at. I get confused on these computers anymore. I just,
yeah.
I
got a question for Tamara right quick. I got the calendar for Santero, and it's going to cost me $100 to ship it to Spain.
Oh, no.
$100 to ship it to Spain?
Cheaper for you to ship it to?
Oh, you know why that is, don't you? Do you know why that is?
Oh,
it's all these tariff
Trump,
restrictions that Trump put on the fucking Spain. And the reason he done that was because Spain wouldn't let us use their air bases to attack Iran. And in appreciation for that, Iran gave Spain free reign to go through the strait without having to pay either.
He's such a big crybaby, isn't he?
I know.
He is.
I'm glad I don't vote. I'm glad I don't vote, guys. I really am.
Well, it doesn't matter. As though it ever did matter. Okay, what happens when you cast your ballot? You're not choosing anybody, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It kind of gives them a gauge. Electoral College is supposed to be listening to the popular vote, but they don't have to. They don't have to, and sometimes they don't. What your ballot really is, because if your ballot counted, we wouldn't need the Electoral College, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So if I was going to ask Hammer,
sorry.
sorry.
So what it is what it actually is you are consenting to whatever comes about as a result of that. You agreeing to the contract is what it is. If you get more people not to consent, and especially now, because I am saying this as often and as loudly as possible, the United States government, as if it ever was, is no longer even viable or legitimate. I am getting echoes from somebody. It's you, Neil. It's you, Neil.
Yeah. Get little feedback. So I was going to say, Tamara, if I buy another camera, right quick, I mean a calendar camera.
I wasn't even done, dude.
I know. Sorry. I'm sorry. I really.
Go ahead. Finish up about the calendar.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to. I'm going to buy another one from her and see if she'd send it to him. That's all. That's all I want to know. Sorry, Saab.
Why would it not cost her $100 to send it to Spain?
I don't.
Cost you $100.
I don't know if she has a shipping company that does. That's what I was asking. Can you ship to Europe and stuff? That was the question, kind of.
No,
if he buys it.
Yeah, real quick. The difference is the Amazon won't do the calendars, so I have to do it through the Shopify store. And Amazon, I check Sav, and they won't do discounts. I checked to see if they could do the Sav 10 discount on Amazon, and they won't do any discounts for the books or anything. So I'm so sad. But through through the Shopify store, they'll do. I can do the discounts, and it'd be the same thing. I'd have to send it. So I don't know. There's no difference. Like Amazon, if they did the calendars, they would do that. But what you were saying, Sav, about the government thing. Sorry, Roger, but
yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
In Virginia, I can tell you how quick it is. I put in my registration, the voter registration. I canceled that, and it's just online. I did it, and they sent me a letter saying absolutely, it's done. So I'm not registered to vote anymore. It was so easy for Virginia, Sav.
Good. But as I was saying, you're consenting to the contract. All contracts are voluntary, even though you didn't know you consented to it. Well, my guy didn't win. Doesn't matter. You were down for whatever comes about from this thing. And we need more people. But it's illegitimate in the sense that every one of at least the ones that voted yes and passed this thing through, are traitors to the United States Constitution by merging the United States military with a foreign hostile nation. I don't give a shit if you can say ally all you want, but our own national security apparatus has deemed Israel as the biggest national security threat in the world. And you're going to merge your military with them? Well, there's one reason for that. And it's because these treasonous bastards know what's coming. We've often said that United States soldiers and even American police are probably, the majority of them are going to have a hard time turning their guns on mom and dad and their brothers and sisters. But those Israeli monsters won't.
I think
monsters will do it in a freaking heartbeat. They shoot babies for fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is how diabolical these fuckers are, right?
The UN soldiers, right?
Well, they'll be, I don't know, Israeli American soldiers, whatever. I don't know how they're going to run this thing. But in any case, the United States government is totally 100% illegitimate at this standpoint right now. Yeah. We should just disregard them. Do not pay your taxes. Disregard them. They're illegitimate. That means all three branches of government are gone, done.
I think voting is like a thermometer that lets them know how many people still believe in the illusion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they sell it as a right. You have a right to vote. Wait a minute. I have a right to consent to a contract that I don't really know I'm consenting to. What the hell are you doing to me here, you wizards? Go away.
That's not full disclosure, right?
No. And ignorance of the law. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, right?
Yeah. I was talking to some people at my job today, and I brought it up to them, and they didn't know anything about it. They didn't know Israel was merging with. I said, we become the United States of Israel today, and they're like, what? Huh?
The United States of Israel.
None of the kids or even the managers I work with knew anything about this. Nobody knows anything. Nobody's listening. Nobody's paying attention. They're
I know.
too wrapped up in their own life.
Yeah. They don't
I
care.
know. That's just why they think it's going to be so easy. But I think that there's enough of us out here that ain't going to go down easy. I know I'm not. That's why I've often said I'm probably not going to die a natural death.
They're going to come for you, Sav, in the middle of the night.
I mean, for real. I'm getting to the point, man. I'm getting to the point where it's just like, wow, I've just had it with everybody, all their nonsense, every last little bit of it. You know, I'm all the time saying, you know, there's never a situation that can't be made worse by calling the police.
Policy
Okay?
enforcers. Yeah.
Police are like a box of chocolates. They'll kill your dog. They're terrible.
That's a good joke. And I just want to apologize again for her. If I didn't say that, I'll forget about it before I got done. I didn't know if she had a special deal where she could ship to Europe or not. But I didn't want to interrupt the show for that.
We are all right. We got it took care of, I think, for the most part.
It was like this
Who was you going to send it to in Spain?
It's Santero. He lives in Spain.
Oh, okay.
So
I think Conspiracy Music Guru lives over there too, don't he?
Yeah,
and Mike Wilkerson, he's he does the biogeology, Stellium 7. Mike Wilkerson, he's over there too.
Okay. Yeah, why does that name sound familiar? Mike Wilkerson. I think I subscribed to that.
One more thing. Somebody's book came out today. Nathan's book came out today.
Yeah.
Did you heard about that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's measured flat. All roads lead to a flat Earth. But I got the cover right here. If you want to see it, there. I got it on digital. So
nice.
I'm gonna get the real book.
Measured flat. Sweet.
Yeah, and read the bottom caption. You'll see if I get closer. All roads lead to a flat Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's one of my favorite things to ask these guys. I'm like, do you have a firsthand observation of a globe Earth? You wouldn't believe how many people say yes, merely because they don't know what a firsthand observation is. They think because they saw what they think is a photograph, then, oh, yeah, I seen one. There's one right there. It's from the government. Do you trust the government? No. What here, look, check.
What is it? NASA.gov, right? Same
right.
thing.
Let me see if I can open that different window.
You were showing the working model of a flat Earth. There's no working model of a globe with air sticking and spinning and.
Well, you can't do a physical model. No, not at all.
Dig this right here. Like here's one from them. This is Jupiter, right? This is taken. The one here up on the left on the top was May 17th, 2014. And then they told us about this aurora borealis that it somehow has. And that was on June 30th, 2016. But they're identical.
Amazing.
This is supposedly a gas planet with whirling gases and whatnot, right? But here you go. You got 2 years difference going on here, and there's no movement. These clouds are exactly the same. In fact, here at the bottom, they split and put the two halves together, and it makes the exact same image. That's a real picture of faith. God. Why do we
Did you know that when they gave souvenirs out after that 60s to the moon trip, I think it was the Amsterdam or
yep,
they gave them, oh, here's a piece of space rock. So they put it in a museum. It sat in a museum for years and years. Oh, it's a space rock. People would walk by it and take pictures of it. So somebody somewhere said, you know what? We should test that thing, find out what it is. It's a piece of freaking petrified wood.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Charging people to look at it. A piece of petrified wood.
Well, these moon rocks.
Pull up the Indian space landing.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is just terrible. But think about this. They brought back these rocks, right? Now, they were very specific on how they wanted these rocks brought back. they had these containers to put the rocks in that sealed up so that they would be completely airtight, because they wanted to preserve the atmosphere of the moon inside of the box. Okay, now I want you to think about what was going to happen there. You got 10 to the negative 12 torr pressure on the moon, supposedly, right? And we're at positive 7, I think it's 7.6 torr. If you convert over 14.7 psi, I think that's what it comes to. I have it written down somewhere. It's a stupid measurement system, but in any case, just to keep it relative. So what do you think is going to happen with them boxes when they bring it back here to Earth, where you got 14.7 psi on the outside of the box, and you got 10 to the negative 12 torr on the inside of the box? What do you reckon is going to happen? How are they going to get that thing open? How are they going to get it open? Come on.
What is this box made out of in particular? I'm trying to think of what would hold up under that kind of condition.
High-tech NASA alloys that are kept top secret, no doubt.
I got a picture of the India moon.
There they are. Look at them. There they are. Oh, that's all it takes is a group of people looking at a screen and some monitors and a clap. That's
Seals.
it. That's it. That seals the deal for you.
He kind of knows right there.
Yeah, he's got to look at blank look at his
like,
like what am I doing?
And then you look at him like
he's going, I should have never quit the call center.
He
the
knows.
blonde.
He knows.
I got to get out of here. I got to go out on the sidewalk and take a crap.
Oh, you ever seen the bathrooms in Hindu countries? I mean, like it's like public restrooms are just holes in the concrete, man. I swear to God.
Look, here's Dead Inside. You got Rocky here.
I mean, like it's like
San Francisco.
Public restrooms are just holes in the concrete. Yeah, somebody's got their YouTube on. Gentlemen,
Who's got their YouTube on? You got Rocky here.
I mean, like
it's Dead Inside. Dead Inside. Mute YouTube. Please mute YouTube. Dead Inside, because you're just like on a delay echoing. And I have muted you so that I don't get a Mac there. Oh, he left. Okay, whatever. What the fuck ever.
bye-bye.
Fella, in 1357, a knight wrote a book. It described an empire with floors of solid gold guarded by griffins, ruled by a Khan who made every European king look like a beggar. That empire was called Tartaria. It was real, and then they erased it.
Wait, I've heard of this book, The Travels of Sir John Mandeville. I found it online. He describes places and creatures that can't possibly be real.
Can't possibly be real, Chris? Or have you just been told they're not real? Mandeville spent decades traveling. He didn't write fairy tales. He wrote what he saw, and what he saw was an empire so powerful, so advanced that it threatened every European throne. That's why they destroyed not just the empire, but the memory of it.
Hold on. Historians consider it a compilation of myths, not an eyewitness account. If it were real, where's the archaeological evidence?
He describes a fountain of youth in the mountains of Colombia, water that changes taste every hour, and if you drink 3 times, it heals every disease. He gave its exact location. A fiction writer doesn't give precise directions. A geographer does.
The text describes this not as a legend, but as a known geographical feature. Locals used it, travelers visited it. The specificity is what makes it anomalous. He doesn't say legend says. He says, at the foot of the mountain, there is a well. That's a travel advisory, not mythology.
And griffins, not as myths, as real predators. One griffin was as strong as 8 lions and 100 eagles. They carried horses to their nests. People made cups from their claws and bows from their wing bones.
Hold on. People were drinking from griffin claw cups and hunting them with bows made from their own bones. Why isn't this in every museum?
You don't make tools from imaginary animals. You make tools from animals you hunt. The detail about resource utilization, cups from claws, bows from bones, this is a hunting manual, not a bestiary.
And giants, entire islands of them, 30 feet tall. If they saw a ship, they'd wade into the sea and drag it to shore. And Mandeville admits he didn't go deeper inland. He says nobody who went there ever came back. He's not boasting. He's warning.
Okay, but fountains, griffins, giants, this sounds like a fantasy novel. Where's the evidence?
That's what they want you to think, because if you dismiss the monsters, you'll never ask about the empire. Mandeville served its emperor for 15 months. He wasn't a tourist. He was a soldier in their army. He ate at their tables. He walked through their golden palace. He gives the name of the king he fought against.
He claims to have served the great Khan of Cathay for 15 months as a mercenary against the king of Mandi. The specificity is what makes this credible. The palace walls were were over 2 leagues in circumference. The floors were solid gold. The currency was leather, animal skins stamped by the state. When the notes wore out, you exchanged them for new ones. Gold and silver were not money. They were decoration, collected as tribute and melted down to build columns. This is a detailed economic system, not a fairy tale.
But here's the twist. Cathay is not China. Mandeville says clearly, east of Cathay lies another country called China. Separate kingdoms, neighbors. So where was Cathay?
Mandeville answers this. Cathay was the richest province of a much larger empire. The empire was called Tartary. The Great Khan of Cathay answered to the Great Khan of Tartary. The palace, the gold, the army, all Tartarian.
Wait, the most powerful empire on Earth was Tartary? The place on all those old maps that just vanished?
It didn't vanish, Cleveland. It was erased. After the empire fell, the victors systematically destroyed every record, every map, every chronicle. And then the greatest trick, they took the name Cathay, which the world knew as the seat of ultimate power, and attached it to China. So anyone looking for the Great Khan's golden palace would find nothing and call Mandeville a liar. Meanwhile, the real Tartaria was wiped from history.
This historical erasure is a documented phenomenon. Old maps from the 16th to 18th centuries showed Tartaria spanning much of northern Asia. By the mid-19th century, it had been fragmented and renamed. The word Tartar was deliberately reduced to Tatar, a minor ethnic group. What was once an empire became a footnote. The question isn't whether Tartaria existed. The maps prove it. The question is, who erased it and why?
Mandeville's book is a witness statement from a world that was destroyed. And if they could erase all of that, what else is sitting in a library vault, waiting for someone to read it and realize the history we were taught is a lie?
Read Mandeville's travels. Look at the old maps. Ask yourself why an empire that existed for centuries is now called a myth. The truth is still there. It's just been buried.
That's pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah, Peter Griffin talking about griffins.
Yeah, Peter Griffin talking about Griffin. What's that book called? Hold on a second. Wait 1 sec.
I smell Roman Catholic influence in the erasing that of a lot of the history. I want to be honest. Yeah.
All right, The Travels of Sir John Mandeville. Let's see if we can find that. Because if it's a PDF, I'll look at it. Let's see. TAG Travels of Sir.
Didn't they call that the Dark Ages?
No.
I don't know if it was dark or not. I wasn't there.
If they erase that history part, I mean, they just say, "Oh, that was the Dark Ages," and just bury all the history in the process. That would be easy out, wouldn't it? Yeah, that could be. They could call it that, but that don't mean it was dark. No.
When you look up that word,
some people think it was the millennial reign of Christ.
When you
Here
look
we
up
go.
that,
I think I found it.
All right, cool. I've never heard of this exactly this way. I've heard of Tartaria, but I never heard about this guy.
when you look up that word, it says Tartar, Turkic, Mongolic states. So it had some kind of connection with those three, with 3 different places. Turkic, Mongolic states.
Turkic, Mongolic.
He was there.
Yeah, it says refers to historical conflicts between Russia and various Tatar, Tatar / Turkic, Mongolic states.
All right, so here's a link to that book in PDF. I'm gonna put it down here for y'all. Y'all. Put it over here. Too. So that'll be an interesting one to look up. I'm going to download it. So I got it. There it is. Bingo gringo. Let's see, now I got to get back to this pad. I got like 100 tabs. What in the world have you got there, Dead Inside?
What are you weed, I think.
Yeah. Like 100 tabs. What in the world have you got there, Dead Inside?
Yeah, this is a good shit, bro. This is some mega nuts. Yeah,
Hey, let me.
I grow weed, nigga. I grow weed. Right?
Hey, Dead Inside. Do you have your do you have YouTube open? Or
I do.
You have to mute the YouTube.
I do.
Do you have YouTube open? Mute YouTube. You have to mute
Please.
Okay, I got you.
Mute YouTube.
Okay.
Mute. Still hasn't muted it.
I know.
It's a little speaker. Click on the little.
I'm trying, bro. Like I'm
gonna mute you till you do.
Yeah, because it's like hard on the ears, man.
It's an endless tunnel of soft.
Dude, man. Did you get her taken care of there, brother? Give me a thumbs up if you muted YouTube. Did you mute
Right.
YouTube?
Yes, I am.
All right,
working on
good to
it
go.
now.
Nice.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Hold on. Is that it?
Go on to YouTube where you have it open there. And over in the left-hand side of the screen, there's a
Can't hear
little
it here.
fucking speaker on there, man. Click on that. It'll put a cross on it so that it doesn't make noise coming out of YouTube.
Good times, right?
What?
I don't know.
Just exit out of it. You don't even need to have it on.
Yeah, you don't even
Close
need to-
Yeah, you just
YouTube.
turn YouTube off, dude. Just
Close
it.
YouTube up.
I just
Just
want.
close.
That's the only thing I want. I just want to hurt people. I want everybody to feel like how bad I like how shitty this world is. I want everybody else to be dead inside too.
Why? Why are you dead inside?
But,
Did you give up?
I don't know. I guess.
Well, that ain't no good. Just roll over and play dead. Fuck all
I
that.
would.
Go down with a fight. Rage against the coming of the light. Do it.
This is when we need to
Rage.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could talk to him and give him some help. And Tamara's face was like, huh? He just hates everybody. He
Oh,
wants them
I
to
didn't
feel
get
bad
that.
inside. Jeez.
I put that down here in the chat and I didn't hit send. There's that link to that book. My bad.
I see it. Time to download it.
God, what's wrong with you, Dave? Jeez, I'm tired. That's what. It was a long day. It was a long day.
You were talking about the level, Sav, and you said you'd gotten a keychain with the level.
Yeah.
And so I got one. Just
The
little.
same one.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
That's
match,
awesome.
guys. Look at that. That's cute.
He
They're
had
little
mentioned
bitty
it
levels.
before, and so I looked for it. Yeah, but what a great way to.
Yeah, right. Here it is. It's level, man. You can extend this out too. It's not going to change anything.
I saw
It'll
the one
just
that
be
you
more
had.
accurate.
Yeah, you
What?
showed one that had the measure when you're talking about like a stairs or like the degrees.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you showed that new that device.
yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, see, I can do the kind of the same thing, you know, with a I can do that with a level and a tri-square, but if you've got it combined together, what the
That
heck?
was
That's
cool.
great. You know?
That
But
was
you can do it with like a torpedo level and a tri-square. You can figure an angle from the underside by putting a tri-square up there, and then you take a plumb bob, or you can use a string line and you hang it from the pivot, and it'll come down and tell you right on the side of it what degree angle it's at. So that's
And you don't need a magnet or a battery to get your those
No,
pendulums
no.
going. Get your pump on.
You know, that's a neat gadget. I'd like to have that though, you know, and it's like, I do is a lot of times I'll get those things if I got the money for something, I'll go, yeah, I've been wanting to get one of those. But at first the guys would kind of scoff at me. It was like, what are you getting that for? And then they'd come something on the job and I say, hey, I got something for that right there. Hold up. You know, and it's like, now you hear them all the time going, hey, go get that little thing. You got it. I'm like, okay, or go get you got that little thing with you. It does such and such. Yeah, I get it. Because I'll see them over there like wrestling with a level, and they plumb the post one way, and then they put it over here and plumb it the other way. And I got one that goes on the corner and straps around the post, and it tells you all the ways. So that you just set it, boom, there it is. Stake it. So,
Boy, aren't you fancy, Sav? I'm telling you.
well, you know, I'm all about making shit easier than you can make it. You know, like today I was starting to get a little bit aggravated. We were ripping down trim 1x to put up like in the corners where the overhang comes out and stuff like that. And you got to rip that stuff down. Well, you can't run a string line down that. And the saw guide I got, there's no way that it'll fit in far enough this way on the board to make it so cut from one side, and it's too far on the other side of the board. So you got to gauge it and try to run down the thing. And man, all this shit piled up on the saw bench and everything. And I'm like, that makes me mad as hell, man. Just clear that saw board, that cut where you're making them cuts and everything, man. Don't be piling up a bunch of shit on there, man, getting in my way and catching the cord. And falling on the ground. It's driving me nuts, man. But
You
you
guys
know,
don't have one of those lasers that both work this way and that way.
yeah, we got one of those. But the only time we ever need to do that is like if we're making sure rafters are, like on a newly framed house, or even like that house last summer that I was into that it had burnt, and we were renovating it from a fire. We had to run that because we had to fix a whole shitload of the roof truss and stuff in there. So we had to run one of those up in the rafters to make sure, because otherwise it like changed the way shit sat, and like they were coming up off of the walls in one part, and then they were tight down on the walls in another part. And so we had to get it so that we could level it back down. Place is lucky that. Yeah, I don't like working in fire where there's been a fire. That shit's a mess. You get black all over you. And,
Yeah, the only time we ever use one of those is when drop ceilings. They come in handy, dude. You put in a drop ceiling, you want to put that trim all the way around that. Boom, you're done.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
easy.
restoring an old building, 110-year-old building.
Stuff's starting to settle in a building like that. I know in Harrisonburg, there's an old seed building that's right next to the train tracks. And it's like from 1901 or something like that. I mean, it goes back a ways. And this was a few years ago. They were renovating it and turning it into luxury apartments. And I was putting bamboo flooring down in there. And man, you're trying to go, there's these big, huge sawmill lumber, like 8x8 posts coming up out of the floor, right? And they're like twisted, and you're trying to make cuts so that this shit fits up around it just right, and it's not square. And oh man, you have to try to fix it with a little bit of quarter round, because there ain't no way you can get it just right. The wood's so freaking old, so you have to kind of dress it up where you fix to it. But man, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That shit starts getting irritating, man.
A flat roof. I got to seal somehow. It's been leaking
Flat
forever.
roof. Why don't you have a pitch on your roof?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It's a flat roof system.
Yeah, I know.
Well, why don't you? And it needs repair.
Yeah, it needs to be sealed. Retard or
why
whatever.
why don't you just put a pitch on it and put a new roof on it? Put a pitch on it. You won't have to worry about sealing it.
I could. It's
you don't need much.
$1,000.
You don't need much because water seeks its level, and any bit of a pitch will cause the water to run right off that sucker, buddy. I'll tell you what. No problem.
What I'm doing is right now I'm getting a 24 by 64 blue tarp. So the direct energy weapons.
Hey, dude, they make a type of roll on. It comes like paint, and it's rubber. It's rubber. You put it on with a paint roller. You could do that on that flat roof until you decide what you want to put a pitch on it or something. But
yeah,
that'll give you a few years.
Isn't that what Donald Trump used in the pond?
No, he used rhino coat. You know that shit that they put in the bed of a pickup truck?
Yeah,
this stuff's like rhino coat, man. And in fact, I got a thing about that. I've got a thing about that. Oh yeah, right here.
Hi, Sticker.
Hi, Noel. Cubby's not here. He's not
I
here.
know Sticker.
But he owns a strip club called the Candy Factory. And we were talking, and I told him, I said, I bet you Noel would come there and work. Do you know how to pole dance?
I do not.
You don't? Are you willing to learn? No.
That would be fun, yeah.
Yeah. Cubby had his heart set on it, so Cubby's gonna kick my ass. Watch. Anyway, here's about the pool. This is Representative somebody, I don't know. Anyway.
Mr. President, good news. I found your vandals, the ones you said attacked the reflecting pool. Turns out it looks like they were the contractors you hired, the same contractors you handed a $14 million no-bid deal to, only for the brand new lining to start peeling within weeks. And why was that? Well, according to a new Washington Post analysis, because they improperly installed the surface. And here's the craziest part. That same company that botched the job is now being paid to fix it. Your response to a major screw-up is giving them another shot. Mr. President, most people ask for their money back. You're just asking where to send the second check. This isn't America first. It's screw it up, blame somebody else, pay the same people twice, and stick the American people with the bill. That's tremendous deal making, Mr. President. Really tremendous. Mr. President, good news.
It shouldn't be funny. It's humiliating. I mean, we're just laughing stock. It's awful.
Well, I know. This is the whole thing. And it's like, it's so blatantly stupid and corrupt right in your face. And they're almost like going, you know, what the fuck are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
And the stuff about the fourth term, it's like, okay, first of all, I mean, there's so many, where do you start? I mean, it's insane. I mean, the whole thing is just, I don't know if it's just to push people so far that they realize, you know, what's going on, or.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I have to wonder sometimes what's going on. Like other dude said that nobody at work knew nothing about, like Roger was saying, they didn't know nothing about that NDAA and that merger. That should be big fucking news.
Yep.
It should. And even if you don't follow the news, that should be really concerning, man. You know, especially if you look at everything that's coming into place, the flock cameras, which is a distraction because the real fucking enemy is going to be the Axon cameras that are going on 450 million light poles around America, folks, doing the exact same thing. And they are not automatic license plate readers. They are AI cameras. They put in search queries like pickup truck with a Bob Seger bumper sticker, red. And boom, it starts looking and finds it, man. Right there.
Kind of like China.
That's not a license plate. A fucking Bob Seger sticker on a red pickup truck. Come on.
You know, Sab, I need to practice my target practice. Maybe if I see some, maybe I'll just take a couple of pot shots in that direction. I mean,
listen, if you ain't got time to practice, get a damn shotgun, okay? Get yourself a shotgun, good old scatter gun with a, get a choke Scott shotgun, 12 gauge use that fucking double-aught buck. I got a whole bunch of military grade double-aught buck.
I got him a little Remington with a scope. I'm pretty sure I can hit it.
How many 30
what
caliber?
kind of Remington? What Remington model?
It's just 22. It's just a long rifle.
Oh, just a 22, because I got a Remington 88 riot shotgun. It's a police model, has a door breech muzzle, extended magazine. I think it holds 16 rounds. And I've got it loaded up. It's got a bandolier with a bandolier strap that's loaded up with double-aught buck and slugs, ready to go to town.
Nice.
That's home defense. Okay.
What kind of muzzles it got?
Door breech muzzle.
Oh, my buddy
it's spiked.
It's
spiked. It's got spikes on it, and so you can jam it into the hinge of a door and blow the hinge off, so it grabs hold of the wood.
My friend had a 12 gauge shotgun that had like the front barrel was kind of smashed, so when you shot it, the shot would go like that, and like you could take everybody's legs out. Like,
I wouldn't want that. That having to constrict to that kind of a mash like that's gonna lower your muzzle velocity a lot.
Yeah.
Just a good choke. Just put a good choke in it. You know, that's all you need. Or if you're a bad shot, don't. You know, that way, you know, if you're shooting a whole bunch of shit in one direction, it's gonna hit something. You know. It's better in
China
beats
had
a sharp stick, you know.
I think China's like the beta testing area where they're testing all this.
They have been since 94. I remember reading, I think it was in I can't remember what magazine, but there was a great article in there talking about these, what we're experiencing now, that was developed by a company in Texas, and they were part of Texas A&M, and they made these surveillance cameras and shit that they couldn't put them here because of current laws. So they tested them. They sold them to China and tested them in this city. And by the time they were done, there were over 1 million cameras just in this city, hooked up to facial recognition and everything. Well, they know who's who and whoever's dissidents, and you've got a certain type of a code associated to your likeness. And as you're moving around, then they can see, oh, well, here's this dissident, and here's another dissident, and they all seem to be going to this same little cafe. Boom, send the cops. You see? And they were testing that out, and they had the cameras disguised as mailboxes and plants and street lamps and every other thing. Nobody really realized that the camera's there, but they were, and they were tracking everybody. And now here we are. That was 1996, 30 years later, or 1994, 32 years later. And here we are experiencing it here in the United States. And I remember when I read that damn article, I said, that shit's coming here. That shit will come.
AI to like the social, like the scoring. I guess they have money somewhere that you can't access it if you got a bad score or something.
The social credit or something.
Social credit,
yeah.
So that's like a one world money system.
Yep.
That's the goal. That's the goal, baby. Oh, look at there. We got a friend up there.
You were showing how quick it is for them to hook them up and install them and get them connected. It was just like minutes. It was just, they keep adding them. And you have a lot of women in your chat and watching Sav. And have you ever seen those little North American arms where it folds up, where the handle folds up?
Yeah.
Perfect for women. I have it with me always, but it's a tiny little. Yeah.
My suggestion for women, okay, and even for men too, because listen, it's one thing to go to the range. It's another thing to be in a crisis situation where seconds count. Okay. When you're using something like that or an automatic, okay, oh shit, the safety's on. Oh shit, I didn't rack a shell. Oh, there's all this that's going through that you have to make sure is done before you can do that, right? Whereas with a revolver, it's true, it's accurate, it's going to fire every time. Okay, it's going to fire every time. You just pull it out and pull the trigger. Nice little double action, snub nose 38. Perfect for the ladies and for a lot of guys. I got a nice little 38 special. It's a Taurus 5-shot 38. It's got a 2-inch barrel, blued steel, which you can't get anymore. And it was my mom's. It was my mom's, and I inherited it. And I use that. I carry that a lot. And that's all you got to do. And the beauty of it is you don't have to pull the hammer back. You can, just makes the trigger pull easier. So it's a single double action. That's usually what I suggest for
I got a 357 revolver. You can shoot 38s in it.
Yeah, 38 special shoot out of 357. I've got the Ruger SP 101 357 mag, short barrel, and it's spurless, so it doesn't have the hammer spur that comes up, so it's easier to get out concealed.
Oh yeah,
it's supposed to be single double action, but you can't pull there's no hammer to pull back. It's just smooth right up against the back of the gun. But
that was one of those. Yeah, that was one of those aha moments where you realize they're messing with you, and what they're telling you one thing, and they keep saying, "Oh yeah, store the ammunition in one place, and then have it separated and have it locked away and everything." And it's like, what good is that going to do? Like you said, when seconds count, please take minutes.
Yep. That shit's ready. I'm never out of arm's reach of something. and they're loaded. They're loaded. And it's like they don't do you no good if they ain't fucking loaded.
But don't you remember that being drilled in?
Oh
about-
yeah.
yeah. So
Put it
that's
in a safe and lock it. Put it up in a safe and lock it too. Boy, that's a good one. Hang on there, Mr. Intruder. Let me find my key to my gun.
Hey, and hide the ammo in the other room too. That way you have to go look for it before you can shoot them.
Yeah, no doubt, right? You're already nervous and everything.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'd like
Yeah,
to get
that-
me a Derringer 2-barrel, or you can put a 45 in it, or a 410 shot.
I had a little 22 Derringer like that. Broke open shotgun style and loaded it. It was just 2 shots. Had 2 triggers. Little pearl hammer handle. It was a pimp gun. But yeah, check this. This is that Ubiquia that they're doing too. Check this out. Like you were saying, all this stuff telling what everything is. It goes through it, checks all your the street audit. Like, see, is there a sound to this? Where's the little speaker thing? I don't think they have it. There was one that they showed that had, well, you see, it's got everything, signal light, boom, boom, boom. Everything is being recorded camera wise, including people. And it's just like, what's that?
Is this a video game we're playing here, or is this
No.
real life?
This is the Ubiquia, the AI for the smart utilities. They're going to use the Axon cameras, and this is the AI that they got integrated to it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Let me see. There was one of these that played 4.3 billion daily data points analyzed.
Wow. Imagine the rate they have to do that daily. That amount.
It's insane, man. Public safety. What do they got under that? Safety and security.
That's what it's all about, Bob. Safety.
Yeah, the definition for ubiquitous is present, appearing, and found everywhere. That's where they get the name.
Ubiquitous.
Aptly
Yeah.
named.
Ubiquitous. God. This is not good. Look at this. Look at this pedestrian. But it won't just say pedestrian. It'll know who these people are. That's the weird thing. God.
Yeah, they've had bio. You know, when you go through an airport, they take your biometrics through the scanners.
It's even better. Yeah.
Yeah, even in the stores now, you walk in, there are a bunch of stores we won't go in anymore. You walk in and you can see all these cameras and your face and stuff, and we just turn around and walk out.
There you go. See, here's your street lamp. There it is, hooked up in the top, and there's the camera. Boom.
Well, welcome to the machine. You know, you're living in it.
Safety and security. Yeah.
I feel safe already.
Intelligent street light.
And the
Lower energy bills. Learn more. Let's hear about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got to book a demo.
It costs.
Oh, wait. Here's something. Imagine a city where your entire infrastructure is fully connected, where every street and street light is precisely mapped, where comprehensive asset data is available in real time, where there is instant notification when action is required, where all the insights and alerts are in one single pane of glass, where actionable insights are powered by AI, where proactive work is efficiently scheduled, where work orders are dispatched before complaints are filed, where crews arrive fully informed with the right parts, where outage reporting is simplified with AI, where the impact of storms is reported in real time, where everything is visible 24/7, 365 days a year. Ubiquia.
That's breathtaking.
Smart street lighting. For your safety.
You know what's sad is the concept. Some of these concepts are really good and could be really cool, but then they have to switch it and make it like for nefarious reasons. They have to make them dirty and bad and
Yes. And you know they've always done this, and this is why that public safety is the creed of tyrants and the mantra of slaves. It's exactly why Benjamin Franklin said those that desire security over liberty deserve neither.
I can see Monty Burns and Smithers looking at the cameras now.
Yes. So Burns is Rothschild. You know that, right?
Yeah. Release the hound, Smithers. Oh, he had robot hounds too. Yeah.
The guy, when I worked years ago, I used to work up here at the Brookside restaurant at the foot of the mountain, and a pretty nice restaurant. And the owner of the Luray Caverns would come in there. And this guy, he was kind of like Mr. Burns. He even had a Mr. Smithers type dude, skinny with glasses and shit, to push it, do whatever he asked him to do and drive him around, push his wheelchair and everything for him. And he was a shit. That dude, the owner of that caves, he was a real shit. And everybody would go, oh, treat him like, oh, that's Mr. Graves. That's Mr. Graves. Oh, like that. I got him one night. He started getting shitty with me, and I was like, whoa, hold up, buddy. I says, listen, I don't give a fuck if you own the biggest goddamn hole in the ground. I ain't going to take that shit from you. Okay? So now I'm happy to take your order. I'm happy to do anything you need done here right now, but I'm not going to be spoken to that way. And he respected me for that. So he ended up requesting me every time he came in there, and he was cool and chill with me about it, And people would kick it, they go, oh, got in good with Mr. Graves. And I said, no, I just put Mr. Graves in his fucking place. People was afraid of his ass. I don't know why, though. 3 U.S. states. What do I got?
Somebody made a song about me yesterday.
No.
Rocky. No.
Yeah.
I've heard it before. It's that one that goes, Rocky Raccoon sat in his room alone with Gideon's Bible. Dun, dun, dun.
It's pretty good. She read me pretty good. I only talked to her for an hour, and she like read pretty much. She read me pretty good.
Rocky, you got a girl going on here? Is that what you're saying?
What? You stunned?
No, it's on a guy named Karen and this girl named Jess. They're Aussies, and I was on their panel. And
they're what? They're Aussies. Okay, I got you.
Aussies.
I'm sitting there going, I'm thinking, I don't know. And I was like, wait, no. Ozzy's dead. Stop.
Leave the man alone.
Or is he? Wait for the latest. Wait for the next fittest flat earther video
comparison.
Ozzy Osbourne and Candace Owens are the same person. What?
Well, he's already got Aleister Crowley and Joe Rogan being the same person, so I don't know. That's out of the question.
I don't know.
I'm not kidding. I wish I were.
Who? Say again.
Aleister Crowley is Joe Rogan. I'm not kidding. I wish I were, dude. This is really disappointing in our.
And you brought it right full circle with the Mr. Crowley reference from
Yes,
Ozzy.
I did.
Right?
Yeah.
That was slick. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about Aleister Crowley.
Yeah,
was that song, and I'm like, who are they singing about? What are they singing about? And I just looked up Mr. Crowley, and I saw this thing, Aleister Crowley, and I was like, and I started reading. I was like, oh, that's who he's talking to. That's who he's talking about. Have you talked to the dead? Oh God.
He was on the Yellow Submarine album by the Beatles.
And he was on the Sgt. Pepper. He was on the Sgt. Pepper album too.
There's one thing weird about Crowley. I found out he was raised a strict Quaker and went to seminary.
Yeah, that's probably why he went rubber band the other way, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm for real. I mean, extreme religiousness is a symptom of insanity. It is.
Well, I found out that the Satanists know the Bible better than most Christians.
Well, of course they do.
Guys, I hate to
You
jump
probably
in, but
went there to
I gotta get going.
study up on it.
Got to work in the morning. Mr.
Yeah, I
D
gotta
man
work.
got to work in the morning. All right, brother. Well,
Good to
thank
see
you for
everybody.
coming up.
Thank you. for
How's
having
your
me.
back doing, D-Man?
Not too bad right now. Doing good. Just
And we're
Ask him
gonna-
about his toe. How's the toe doing?
Oh, it's not broken anymore.
I heal that.
All right, good to see you guys. I'll see you next time.
All right, later.
Right out, brother. Oh man, where was I at here? Oh, this was pretty good. Because people are starting to speak their mind, man. This was good. Let me bring up.
Your compliance, the biggest gripe with you and fellow Republicans is your compliance with this president. He created the Department of Doge, not advisory body, a department, your solicitation departments, not them, and the funding, and you let him get away with it. He had a $1.8 billion slush money once to sue the government, including people who tax the capital. You guys said nothing. He imposed tariffs. Congress imposed tariffs, not the president. You did nothing. He attacked Iran. He didn't confer with you. You declared war, not the president. He talks about taking over Greenland, Canada, Cuba. No one is very few people spoken. My question to you: why are you so compliant with this man? Are you waiting for the weather? Jagger guy gets steel.
Yay! Good.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Have you
I
seen
like to
that
hear-
that line of all those matches, all the match, little match tops and stuff, and it just takes one little match to start?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it only takes a few to get it going.
It's like that video. Do I have that guy? Do I have that? I'm gonna look real quick because that's a great demonstration of that. Let me go.
I got a flea to take care of.
You got a what to take care of? What did he say?
Flea. I got a flea to take care of.
A flea? Like the little
Yeah,
jumping?
Yeah. Oh, I'm making a reference to fleas and ticks. Yeah.
Let's see.
Did you hear?
Yeah, here we
the-
go. Here we go. I got a great video for you guys. It's just right along those lines right there too. All right, so now watch what happens with this. This is at the Sasquatch Music Festival in 2009, and everybody's just sitting there, but this one guy, he starts dancing, and ain't long before other people start dancing too.
It's not showing, Sav.
No.
Yo.
It's not playing on our side. We won't see it. Sorry.
You guys can hear that, right?
We can hear it, but not see it.
See it. We don't.
Oh, God bless America. I'm like, wow. Anyway, did you enjoy the music?
I got to be unstoppable. That's right. I got to be unstoppable. That's right. I believe you guys.
Wow, power of suggestion. That's amazing.
It only takes one. It only takes one. Then there were two. Pretty soon you had just an entire crowd going, and it started just with that one guy.
Yeah.
That's what I see with this. With when we do this, right? People are watching it. They hear the different stuff, and they're going to talk to people at work the next day or whatever the case may be. Or they're going to talk to somebody on Facebook and say, "Hey, what do you think about this, that, or the other? You ever thought of it this way? Whatever." It spreads. It spreads. And they're definitely
Where was
afraid.
that?
What's that?
Was that at the Gorge?
I don't know where it was at. It was at the Bigfoot Festival, wherever they do that at.
Oh.
Probably Washington State or Oregon. They're real big on Bigfoot out there.
Big on
Hey,
Bigfoot.
did
That
you
was a
know
good
that? Did you know Fauci pled the fifth today?
Yeah. 111 times. 111 times. Trust the science.
Trust 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
He's a constitutionalist now.
Oh yeah, boy. That's just a big puppet show. That's everybody go, yeah, yell at him and shit. Ain't nothing ever gonna happen to that motherfucker. Maybe he go out in public and somebody deck him or something, but he ain't gonna do that, not without bodyguards or nothing.
Bill Gates of hell.
He had written a paper saying about the 1918, the Spanish influenza, 1917, whatever, 18, with that the masks actually made it worse. And he wrote a paper on that. And it's like,
Sure.
he knew.
Yeah. Listen, they're the most hypocritical fucking people in the whole world. You've seen all these people, Marco Rubio, Lindsey Graham, all these people that are sucking up to Trump right now. You heard them say, "Oh, he's a crazy son of a bitch. He lies all the time. He's going to be trouble if he gets in." Da 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 da. And now they're all like,
JD Vance, he was adamantly against him. Yeah.
Erica Kirk's brother.
Yeah, no, that's creepy, isn't it? And who's the other guy with the
Michael Aquino?
Yes.
Michael Aquino. Listen, you get down that rabbit hole, boy. I'm telling you. There's some shit to that, and I for some reason there's that right there because I believe that initially the military was brought in, high-ranking military, into this OTO shit by Jack Parsons. And I think it spread from there. Because, the Presidio, right, Nick? I mean, this guy's he was a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army. He was a Satanist. And if I'm not mistaken, he was a chaplain for Satanists in the Army. And I'm like, I didn't even know they had that, But with those bizarre, I guess there's no Army regulations on your eyebrows, because I know they regulate how your mustache can be and how short your hair has to be and whatnot. I guess there's nothing about those eyebrows. You can do whatever you want to when it comes to that, I guess.
Do you remember the guy in Texas? What was it? Hassan or somebody, and he wouldn't shave his beard. My husband's retired military, 20 years. He was special forces. And he said he can't believe that they could get away with stuff like that. He said there's no way in his army that they could have done it. There's no way.
I know. I see him now. A lot of the shit that they do. They tell you the truth. They look like a bunch of ragbags, man. They really do. They look like the Velcro bullshit. Come on.
Did you see them marching down Constitution Avenue? It was embarrassing because they weren't in step. They didn't look sharp. They didn't look. It was more like a stroll instead of that was. It's changed.
When I was in, it was pretty snap. Even the worst units were pretty snap when it came to that kind of thing. And now the boots they got, they're just these like suede leather boots. You don't have to polish them, and Jesus, man, we had to have our boots spit shine, man. I wore jump boots, and I'll tell you what, I was good with that. I could shine those things up. You could see your reflection in the toes of those boots, man. But the regular
kind of tricks, like having one done and keep another one aside that you actually used and bring the other ones out to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I had a set of inspection boots.
Yeah.
I had a set of inspection boots. But
Smarter, harder, right?
When I had to do CQ duty, charge of quarters duty, that's 24 hours. You're sitting there at this desk, and you're just making rounds of the barracks every hour. All right, you're supposed to, and hell, I'd put my shingle out. I'll say, shine your boots. Give me something to do, and I'd make money shining boots because they, oh yeah, Kane, he can get those things really shiny. Watch how I do it. I was using German shoe wax. Is why.
Did you always? You said you're polish on fire, right?
No, don't ever do that.
No, you don't burn it.
You
burn alcohol out of it.
Do that if you burn it. It's easier to warm it up with friction by doing small circles on a rag in the polish. But when you burn it, then you're burning the oils out of it. And the oils are part of what makes the polish part work. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot when you set it on. It makes it easier to spread it using shine. I saw a lot of guys do that in the Army, and I was like, nah, you don't need to do that. Use natural friction to do that. You don't lose the oils. And it don't need to be that soft. It's already pretty damn soft, So here's some cops.
Heard anything about the draft, reinstating the draft?
Yeah, I heard that's going to go into effect
December.
Yeah, and they'll be calling up that draft too. You watch. They'll be calling up that draft. Dude, I'm telling you right now, and don't you answer it. None of you fuckers. If there's any young man out here watching it, or mom and dad watching, or grandma and grandpa watching, here's the deal. They have no right to conscript your kids anymore because this government is illegitimate. Completely illegitimate.
During the Gulf War, they were trying to draft me.
We have our legislators are committing treason right in the open.
What's that deal they're doing where somehow our military is joining with
Yeah, that's
Israel's
the
military?
treason. That's the treason right there.
I had heard about. I found out on your show, Saab, the other night that
Yeah.
they passed it in the House.
Yeah.
And
First they didn't pass it, and then they had
that's
another
what I
vote.
thought.
Then they had
What
another
is it
vote. It's like,
exactly
wait
they're
a minute,
doing?
what are you
Insane,
doing?
yeah. And then
You
it
know,
goes
you-
to the Senate. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah. Well, no, every Republican voted for that fucking thing too. I'm
what
not about
exactly-
parties, but I think that's a pretty interesting that the most fascist side would go with merging with a fascist
How
state.
bizarre. Yeah, I think two of them didn't. I know. Well, I think seven Republicans, 6 Democrats switched or something.
Mhm.
But Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't, and I think who's the one? Massey. Is he the one that?
Yeah, Massey didn't vote.
Yeah.
Margie's not even in there no more. She quit.
Oh, I thought that was
I
one
mean,
of the.
what are they merge? I mean, are they merging just the military or the whole? What the hell's? I don't understand. What
They're going to share. They're going to give them carte blanche access to all of our national security.
And the Pentagon, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nauseating. It is so disgusting and upsetting.
Well, it
and
belongs to them anyway. They might.
It's just crossing the T's and dotting the I's. That's what I said the other night. This has already been this. You know, they have their own offices in the Pentagon to begin with.
Yeah.
So they've been training our cops for years.
And you were showing all the in the Congress next to their doors, next to their names, that they've got
Yeah.
those posters supporting Israel. I mean, it's just
Well,
insane.
some have flags too on the hanging out over their doors.
Yeah.
Israeli flags in there. Yeah.
You seeing those that Moloch star everywhere, baby, and it's showing up in our police. They're dumb as the
How the
IDF,
hell
as violent as the
get away
IDF.
with this shit?
Huh? How did they get away with it? Because you voted.
I don't vote, but
Well, not you. I don't mean you. You know what I'm saying. It's because people voted for it. That's why. Seeker. Is this who I think it is? What's up, Seeker? You're echoing.
Hi. Am I better now?
Yeah, but you're good. Turn off YouTube. Or turn down YouTube. Mute YouTube.
It's off. It's off. So I'm not sure I don't know how I sound.
It's not about how you sound. It's about me hearing myself through your system.
Oh, okay. Well, I
need you to
I
mute.
did
You
turn off
listen.
the YouTube that I was listening to. So okay.
Yeah, mute YouTube. This
I
has
did.
its own sound.
I did. So I'm not sure why you're still hearing whatever you're hearing.
All right, hold on a second. Unmute. Hold on a second. Unmute yourself for a second. Let me see if I'm getting that echo.
Testing.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I was in earlier, and then for a while, something happened where I couldn't hear you, Saab. You were like muted, and so I had to come back in. But I could hear everyone else, but you started being muted. I thought, and it was just me evidently that was having that experience. But yes, I agree with what you were just talking about. There's been no debate. But Bibi was on Fox. I saw a clip where he's bragging about their great intelligence and how it's going to be such a boon for us, right? But why don't we have a debate? Like, if their intelligence is so great, like what happened on October 7th, right? Seems like they were asleep at the switch.
Where's those weapons of mass destruction in Iraq?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
For how long has Iran been 2 weeks away from having a nuclear bomb?
Yeah.
30 years.
Right.
Yeah, and they also said that, this would go so great if we killed their leader. Evidently, they told Lindsey Graham that, and he believed it, that this would be over in a few weeks. Everything,
Well, that was for what, the Ukraine-Russian war. Didn't Trump say give him 24 hours?
Oh
And
yeah, he'd have it ended in one day. You know, he says he's ended 8 wars. Hell, he's ended this one here 26 or 7 times, I think. You know, we've won. We've killed their military. What's word? Then who's shooting at Israel right now? What's going on? How'd you lose your air bases if you destroyed? You lost all your air bases. You lost your radar, your key radar and shit in the region. What happened? How did that happen?
I think Iran and Israel and the United States they're all in on it. They're just wanting to kill each other's people off, depopulate the earth
And I love how right when they were trying to do this merger, you know, Bibi comes out and says, "Oh, we think it's better if we don't participate in the Iran war." You know,
Too late.
It's better.
you guys fight for us. You do it for us.
Well, then why do we need to merge? How are we merging if you're not even going to be in the same conflicts that we're in?
Good point.
Listen, I've said it's all about this right now. It's just crossing the T's and dotting the I's, right? Israelis are ruthless. They have no ruth. Okay.
And they scurry. That's one of the funniest things, Tom, when you show those videos of them just scurrying.
Scurry, they do. Their little hands down their side. Ooh, they're on in terror and shit.
Little straight legs and those are funny.
God, always wearing that silly outfit.
And
But no, and as I said before, they've already been to training our police departments. And if you American soldiers, if the shit went off and people said, you know what, enough of this, right? American troops are going to have a hard time fighting American people. Not all of them, because there's a lot of them that are order followers, just like cops are. They're just order followers. It's not whether it's right or wrong, it's what you're told to do, right? And so that the Israelis, the IDF, would have no problem shooting Goy. No problem at all. They shoot babies for sport. Okay? And that's what I believe that it's all about right there. And the fact that we've been taken over. We live under Zog, Zionist-occupied government, and it is no longer legitimate. All 3 branches have collapsed and succumbed to the foreign Zionist regime. That's all. So the United States does not exist anymore. So I don't know why y'all are playing. Don't pay your fucking taxes because you don't have any taxes. We don't have a government anymore. This ain't what we signed up for.
I haven't paid taxes for.
And even those, remember those tunnels that they found? I think it was like in New York City under the and stuff, and they had the beds and they were covered in blood and children's toys and all that. I mean, as moms and stuff, it is just so repulsive and upsetting and disgusting and gross.
That's at the Chabad.
What they're going to do if they draft the American people, all the Americans are going to go over there, and then what's going to be left is the immigrants, the Muslims and shit.
Well, who's going to draft you?
They can't be conscripted because.
Well, who's going to be conscripting you?
I'm talking about. I'm saying if they do the draft,
they can't.
Only Americans.
It's not legitimate.
The
Muslims that's what I'm
will
saying.
Be left behind. All the illegal immigrants will be left behind.
You know, I don't see any fucking illegal immigrants. These people are always saying all these illegal immigrants. I ain't seeing them.
Yeah, maybe maybe I don't know, but
I don't see them.
Also, sometimes immigrants sign up, Rocky, in order to get citizenship. I mean, I think more of that will happen before the draft starts happening for everybody.
Well, here's the problem though. They can't conscript. They're not the United States government anymore. They're no longer legitimate. They send you a draft notice, wipe your ass with it, and send it back.
Normies.
You mean because of this merger, Saab? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
But and the fact that this foreign entity through blackmail and financial schemes, have all of our legislators, our judges, and our president under duress, under blackmail. They're bought. Some of them willing, some not. But they're all owned and operated by Israel. So this government is no longer legitimate. Draft notice means nothing. There is no United States government. You became something else.
Unless we
broke-
draft Israelis too, I guess maybe that would make it a little more more fair or something.
That's treason. That's treason, man. You put them sons of bitches up against the wall and shoot them. That is what treason gets, man. I guess I don't know if they do firing squad or if they hang them, but either way, the punishment's death. Why do you think Jonathan Pollard skedaddled over to Israel? Right as soon as he got caught for selling those secrets to Israel. And they're harboring him. You know, here's a traitor to the United States, and Israel is harboring him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's a good idea. Let's get in bed with those guys as if we aren't already.
I love what you said, Sav, that a group of guys got together, put some stuff on a piece of paper, and the whole country's supposed to bow down and listen and stuff. It's like, wait a minute.
Where does this magic come from? Where does this
And
magic
the only job of the government, the Constitution, is to protect the citizen. That was supposed to be their
Right.
directive. That's
and
it.
to do the business of the nation. Okay, the business of the nation. That's what they're supposed to do, not create new laws and all this other shit.
Or
That's
departments. How many
insanity.
departments? Aren't there only
Oh,
like 17 or something that are authorized in the Constitution? And now they have like so many, and combining them and expanding them and making them up. And
Oh,
It's
bureaucrats, I'm telling you. Yeah.
It's a self-consuming beast. It is.
Well,
It's
so
a
I'm gonna dine and dash on you. I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks
getting ready
for,
to shut her down too. I'm going 3.5
Me too.
hours here,
Roger.
and I'm tired.
Thanks, Tamara.
I'm tired. It was hot out there.
don't want to hear
It wasn't so hot. It wasn't so much that it was hot. It was just like there was no air moving, and there was humid as all get out, man. Bad.
Do you remember the fires, Sav, with you?
Yeah. Who's that going?
That's Seeker. It is.
Sorry about that.
That's
But it was a couple years ago, and that's when I started listening to you. It was when the fires were close to you, because you're close to me.
Oh yeah.
And so
Yeah,
if it was close to you.
Luckily, though, those were on the Massanutten Mountains over here on this side of me. The Blue Ridge right here. You're over on the other side of the Blue Ridge.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Sperryville. I was looking at that picture. That was Sperryville Cooters when he was over there, because he was a representative from that district in Congress too.
Oh, that's cool.
Ben Jones. Yeah.
And Gopher. Wasn't Gopher from Love Boat? Wasn't
Gopher was in there, yeah.
Gary Springer.
Sonny Elliott. Or not Sonny Elliott, Sonny Bono.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Arnold
Had a lot of
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. You see, come on, this can't be real, right? Who's next? President Charlie Sheen. What?
You're talking about the guy from was it Different Strokes? Arnold. What are you talking about?
Arnold.
Willis? You said he ran for something.
Oh my God! Last I'd heard, he's dead now. Gary Coleman
or something.
I think all those kids are dead. Todd Bridges might still be alive. Yeah. I don't know if
Who's
Todd
the girl
Bridges-
in that? The girl in this series. What was that girl?
Dana Plato.
Dana. Okay.
Dana Plato. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And,
now who knows what was going on with all that? The Weinstein
Yeah.
stuff. Who knows how they get their jobs in there? Oh, it's so gross. It's really.
Oh, the casting couch. You know.
Ugh.
Come here. I'll make you a star. Come a little closer.
That's awful.
Yeah,
I feel like we're so shielded from the real world growing up. This is
Well, I can't imagine being so caught up in that materialistic nonsense that you would even go along with that just to get into the movies or whatever, just to be famous or to be you know, have money or notoriety or something like that, that you would go ahead and degrade yourself for that.
Well, they sell your soul. I mean, people
Yeah.
have admitted they've said that, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And that's, I was talking, we were kind of talking at work today about that. I said that's what it's all is. Everybody's selling out for this material shit. And I reiterated to them that story of Alexander the Great, his funeral procession. And he was very specific. He wanted to be laid out naked on a slab with his palms facing up and open. He wanted his physicians to carry his body. And through the processional route, he wanted all of his goods, all of his wealth spread amongst the people. And the reason being for that was that he wanted to show that he came into this world with nothing. He was going back out with nothing. And that even his physicians couldn't stave off death.
Well, that's the exact opposite of the pharaohs. They wanted to take it with them.
Yeah, you'll get to use this boat in the next world. Yeah, sure you will. First thing the guy that gets into the tomb goes in there and goes, see if that boat's wet.
I'm out of here, Saab. I'll see you.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
Me too. I'm going to jump off too, Sav.
Yep, I'm getting out of
Thank
here
you so
myself.
much.
So I want to thank everybody for coming up tonight. Tamara is the author of some very, very good books that are great on flat earth. Nukes are a hoax. The whole shebang. You get in there and they're like coffee table books, right? And doesn't get too in depth and gives you enough information to go, hey, that makes sense. So check them out. Go over to they're great. You know, a normie comes over, sees that laying on the table, and says, what do you got here? And picks it up and looks at it. They're like, what do you mean nukes are a hoax? It opens that discussion. That's important. So
thank you.
Yeah. So the links for that are in the description of the video.
But I wanted to tell you one more thing. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Can I go out and come back in really quick?
No, just go ahead. I can hear you.
You want to
Patience of Job. I swear, Sav, you're amazing.
You want to hear my song?
No, not really.
Bye, Sav. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Right on, Tam. Thanks for coming up. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. Wait a second. Are they coming back here? No, I've only got Noel. All right. Well, and Noel, thanks for coming up tonight. And we're going to sign it out. Don't forget, folks, the Lord loves a working man. Don't never, ever, ever trust Whitey. See your doctor, get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And wait. Seeker's back. Let's see what they wanted real quick. Okay. Go ahead, Seeker. Can you hear me?
Seeker.
Nope. No joy. Okay. So anyway, it's better to shit in the sink than it is to sink in the shit. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.